I want everybody from this moment on to recognize me as the scholar of boxing.
You see, their morals, their code, it's a bad joke. Move dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
49 hours declaring it a riot.
Cruiser 5 to 50 be advised, County Police 1 advised they're trying to breach and get to the Capitol.
Publicists, when you talk to your publicists, you know the first thing they tell you? What? Stay away from religion, stay away from politics.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
No matter what the you say, somebody passionately disagrees with you.
Absolutely.
No matter what religion, you believe in Allah, niggas saying that's not the right way. You believe in every Christianity, that's not it, because they choosing something different. Your political party, Democrat, Republican, the disagreement completely.
Yep.
So I stay away from it. When I get pulled into politics, I go,
Yeah.
and I have nothing to say. I'm
That's
just
the
looking.
same way we are. We don't no politics, none of
I'll
this.
with that. I don't stay there because I'm still entertainment. If it's not music, then it's film and television, but it's still entertainment. So why would you turn someone off by saying that?
Right.
I want everybody to enjoy what I'm doing.
Right.
Not just a selective few amount of people. I focus on diversity because it's needed.
Right.
The boxing scholar is a lover, not a fighter, but he's also a fighter, so don't get any ideas. If he pats you on the back, you'll put it in your resume. His enemy. Have him listed as an emergency contact. The scholar has an inside joke with complete strangers. If he punched you in the face, you'd have to fight the urge not to thank him. Sharks have a week dedicated to him. He's the only man alive to is parallel park. A train is count to infinity twice. In Genesis, when God said, "Let there be light," the scholars said, "Say pretty please." He is the genius of all genius and master of all masters.
And that's the trick to life. You have to be wise enough to know when you were living in your dream. And you have to be humble enough to accept when you're in someone else's.
Yo, the boxing scholar's on.
What's good, everybody? We got a good one today for you. We got a special guest, aka Mr. Richie Rich.
No,
AK
man. No, not that. No, I'm
Yo, I'm positive. I got something for you. You ready? Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I see Tank. Yo, what was this?
She just recently did that, and then she zoomed into her. No, that's her. That's her. I'm like, why would you put the phone in your butt crack? Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you this,
Man,
Alicia. If boxing don't work out for her, she gonna have a.
she gonna have OnlyFans.
Yeah, she definitely gonna go to OnlyFans. I'm surprised she ain't already been there. I'm surprised Alicia Baumgardner hasn't already.
Jake Paul saved it from that. When he gave her that bag. That's the only reason.
That is absolutely 100% true. Alicia Baumgardner is gonna go to OnlyFans.
definitely the Titan. And look, I hope her career works out for her. I hope she don't have to do that. But if she does, you already know.
You ain't gonna pay for it. You go. So you telling me that if Alicia Baumgardner gets into financial ruins, that you gonna stream her OnlyFans? Brother,
It's going straight to Reddit.
Brother, don't do that, brother. Don't you do that, brother. You get that woman every penny that she do, brother.
I
ain't gonna lie to you.
Don.
I'm not harlot. That's crazy. He don't went a BC on us, the harlotry. I didn't understand the video. Like, okay, the twerking, I get it, right? Just dancing. You know, ain't everybody twerking nowadays, or most women. You know, you got some men online YouTube twerking for interviews, but that's neither here nor there, right? But most people, I mean, it's normalized. You know, hear some music, start dancing and stuff. But I didn't get the scene where she zoomed into her chest, where her breasts are non-existent. You know, and then zoom around to her ass. I'm like, first off, what kind of did she have a selfie stick? Like, how did she get that angle, or did she just put the phone in the ass crack?
She probably
I don't
selfie stick.
I'm like, what is the purpose? Like, we know you got a fight coming up. In the words of Bud, focus on your fight before you not make it to your fight, because you about to do 3-minute rounds for the first time ever.
She is?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes. Netflix was promoting this. Her and that French girl are going to do 3-minute rounds. You know, and
Baumgardner got a bad gas tank, man. I don't know if people know
exactly.
That gas tank is terrible because she takes 4 rounds off.
She focused on this twerking stuff. She better be focused on her gas tank. She better save her legs. Save them legs. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Alicia Baumgardner off the steroids. The jawline is not as square as it used to be. You know, she's starting to get a little bit soft. You remember that body I used to all positive. Hey, keep it real, all positive. How many years did I tell everybody Alicia Baumgardner was juicing?
Before she popped. You've been telling us that before she popped.
She has a steroid body. You lose your breast. You gain breast as a man. You lose breast as a woman. I showed gym photos. Alicia Baumgardner, like you know, just jacked. You know, muscles on top of muscle. And they like, oh, she always been an athlete. Come on, bro. So was Ben Johnson. He been an athlete his entire life until he needed some extras to compete. And that's when Ben Johnson took the extras, you know? But yeah, man, Alicia Baumgardner, she likes she getting soft, all positive. She might be off the juice. I mean, looking at her last performance, she didn't look that good. The power wasn't powering. She looked decent.
She off that juice, man. You know what that means. She's dead for the taking.
Yep. And all positive. You know what? I don't know what it is, but after people get a positive test, they never the same.
I know what it is. It's obvious.
No. Obviously, it's the juice, but I mean, they never the same as far as like.
Yeah.
They never the same as far like. Why don't they just keep juicing? That's what I'm getting at.
Well, yeah, I guess they want to be like, yo, it was a mistake and all this stuff. I don't know.
Is it because they got caught? Is it because they got caught and they want to get caught again?
Yeah.
Or they don't want to be discredited for all the work that they've done, so they scared to do it again? But if you go look at everybody, Canelo's a 10-round fighter. That's why he needs all the belts stripped from him, so he can go back to 10 rounds, because he don't. There's not one fight where he's fought the last 2 rounds after the Caleb Plant fight. You got Oscar Valdez look human after the positive test. Ryan Garcia looked human after the positive test. Every time they get a positive test, I don't know if they become scared. They don't, they fear get to them, the anxiety or whatever the case may be, but they never the same after that positive steroid test. And I'm like, if you juice once, why not just juice again like Jared Miller?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you already a cheater? They get scared. They get scared and stop cheating.
Jared Miller gonna get caught to the. And my man, not Jeremy. What's my man name? My man from the UK that keep getting caught.
Oh, Dylan White.
Yeah, he gonna keep getting caught to the day he die. He obviously don't care.
Man, look, Dylan White ain't had a positive test. Troy Graham told me that one. He said Dylan White has never had a positive test. Like, man, if y'all don't stop, it's just like arguing with Puro about Ryan Garcia, bro. I'm not finna argue no. We talking about boxing here. Boxing.
What is Troy Graham's connection to Dylan White, though, man?
They both Jamaican.
I don't understand that one, man.
They both Jamaican. That's the only reason he likes it because he's Jamaican. That's literally the only reason why he justified. Because
Okay,
one day I asked Troy Graham, I was like, Troy, why you like Dylan White so much? And he was like, I don't know what it is, but it's clearly because they're Jamaican. I thought he was gonna, say the obvious, but he was like, I don't know what it is. It can't be his fighting style. He's not like he ain't just knocking people dead. Matter of fact, he was knocked out by a 40-year-old Russian.
Yeah.
All positive. Bola said that's Alicia Baumgardner is the finest girl to ever lace up gloves. You think it's her?
Nah, man, I think
Layla
Latondra Jones look better than her, man. And y'all
What about Layla?
Layla's all right too, but I like Layla. I think Layla is a pretty girl too, but Latondra Jones is like one of the finest I've ever seen. But you probably wouldn't know Latondra Jones. She's only known for being in the Mayweather camp because she hadn't fought in years since she had a national.
I think I know who you talking about. What's her name? I'm gonna look her up.
Latondra Jones.
I think I know who you talking about. I think I seen her do mitts with Jeff Mayweather before.
And she fine. Look, she fine in the ring without makeup, Latondra Jones. So that's how you know a chick fine. Like if she look good in the ring, that means she fine right there.
Nothing came up.
Yeah, Latondra Jones. Yeah, she's a.
Hold on.
She was signed to Floyd Mayweather, and she had got married. She already had a kid. She had another kid, and saying she ain't been in the ring like 5-6 years.
She let a dude tie her down.
Well, he's a fighter though. He's a fighter too. I forgot what it was, but he's a fighter.
Yeah, I know her. This video says, "Good Lord, Latondra Jones, jump rope." I know you're talking about. I seen her do miss before. I already knew. That's how you know she got a movie out. Oh no,
movie.
No, it ain't got no movie.
Yeah, but she bad, man. I'm like, yo. But like I said, it's a lot of like the fine boxers.
She said I would fight Mike Tyson.
Ooh.
Oh, I fight like Mike Tyson. Give me a second. Oh no, she said she fight like Mike Tyson. Okay, let me see if I can find. Oh yeah. She is fine.
I've seen her fight. She's a decent chick, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, the thing about
natural too.
The thing about female boxing is that you only got 1 or 2 good females per weight class. At the most 2. But for most weight class, it's only 1 good female per weight class. And that's why I was like, it's wide open, man. That's why I said I'm having a little girl, man, but it's gonna be. I'm gonna make sure she's gonna be the bud of her generation. We're going for 5-time undisputed.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's easy. It's easier to be. It's easier to be a woman boxer. You just gotta have personality.
Yeah.
He said Katie Taylor is the GOAT.
Katie Taylor
not
should
the
have
King Crusher.
Katie Taylor should have about 4 or 5 losses on her record. At least.
Technique be trolling. I don't even know who. I got an idea who Technique is, but Technique be trolling.
Katie Taylor been losing for years, been getting gifts.
Technique, I thought I ain't know nothing about boxing. Why you over on my channel, Technique?
Daddy.
Yeah, well, Latondra Jones, she was in the same weight class as Clarissa Shields. Now, I don't think she would have beat Clarissa Shields, but you know what I'm saying? That was the thing about it. Because in female boxing, you can get into the wrong weight class, and and then you can do about it. You can be a good fighter, but you're in the weight class with another top fighter, so you're gonna either have to go up 6-7 pounds or go down 6-7 pounds, whatever, if you're in the higher weight classes. But everybody's keep talking about and then it goes. Everybody's talking about Mayweather. It's like, well, Mayweather's beat this amount of champions, former champions, or current former, future former champions. Like, look, man, we're in an era now. It's 5 belts per weight class. Yes, 5. WBA has 2. You have 17 weight classes and 5 belts. If you are a top fighter and you can't win 1 belt, that says a lot about you. because any fighter that's decent should be able to win at least one belt. Adrien Broner is a 4-division champion. Let that soak into your mind right there. Adrien Broner is a 4-division champion.
Yo, Jalen Love ain't our baby daddy, is he?
I forgot his name, but it's one of them guys that down Mayweather. I think that's him. I don't know.
Because Jalen Love is the dude that's in what you call it camp right now. What's his name? Jake Paul.
No, I don't know. I gotta look it up. But yeah, it's one of them guys in Mayweather camp. Yeah.
You see her all positive?
Yeah, I see it. I'm looking.
She might be with Jay Leon.
Yeah, it's one of them guys, man.
You know how the trainers do. I just want to look out for your future. I just want to teach you the game. Next thing you know, she's pregnant.
Yeah, I know she got a couple kids. But yeah, she like the one of them guys in Mayweather camp. They're like that's a man right there.
I ain't gonna lie. She ain't that. Was she good as a boxer?
She was decent. Like she had no losses, but like I said, it's only one good female per weight class, and at the most 2.
How much she weigh? Why she ain't try to fight the GOAT?
She was 160. The fight never came off. You know, she was 160. She's 160. I seen all the fights. You know what I'm saying? She fought at 160, and then Clarissa Shields went up. Clarissa Shields went up to 68.
I
remember.
Ain't gonna lie.
So,
what you think about Clarissa Shields? You think Clarissa Shields bad?
Yeah, she's a nice looking chick, man. She's not ugly at all.
Well, what you think body wise? You think what you call is the best?
Who?
We ain't even gonna talk about no Katie Taylor.
No, man. No.
Katie Taylor is not an attractive woman. On top of and I ain't gonna lie to you. Alicia Baumgardner too skinny for me. Muscles look too hard. I already said it from the steroids.
I always was a fan of back in the 90s, Lucia Reichert, back in around 96. I thought Lucia Reichert was a pretty chick.
Man, it's a girl on Instagram. I can't even remember her name. She trained out of Mayweather gym too. I used to think she was the bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. My taste done changed though. My taste done changed. I used to think she was the baddest. That's only because she was thick. Bud follow her.
Oh my God.
Bud be on all the chicks.
I tell you somebody who I don't think is fine though. And everybody be going crazy over, but Ebony Bridges. I do not think that woman is pretty.
Bridges.
You know who she is? She got OnlyFans. I'm talking. She's showing everything. It ain't no PG-13 OnlyFans.
Oh, I thought she was a UFC fighter.
She's a fighter. She's a boxer. Ebony Bridges. She's matter of fact, she's with her man is Carol Brook. That's her man.
Carol Brook.
Man.
Chocolate brownie.
Man, yeah.
Man, you know they on something. And I'm gonna just leave it at that.
No, but she's not a good fighter, but like I said, and she's plastic, so
what's good, Rob G? I ain't even see. Hold on, let me go back to the other screen. Rob G, you see the screen, brother? Brother. You see the screen, brother? I ain't gonna lie to you. I can always tell all positive if you two finna start tripping with the live. If I go to my other channel, my backup channel, if I don't see it at the top, I'm like, oh man, here we go. But it is what it is. But I wanted to get your opinion about this. All positive. I don't know if you're aware of this. Shout out to Alicia Baumgardner. Out there showing the cheeks. But I got a feeling in the future she's gonna be on OnlyFans. I don't even think it's an if or maybe. I think it's only a matter of when. She. You remember what AB? Hold on, let's go down memory lane.
I remember the AB thing that he was talking about Robert Easter.
I don't even. What were they beefing about?
She had said something about Adrien Broner, her and what was it? Her and Bill. Was it Bill Haney? She said something about Adrien Broner.
She was training with Bill Haney, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was talking about Adrien Broner being broke, and he's like, He's like, they run through you, girl. We got video.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It sounds like both of them just told the truth about each other.
Yeah.
Because Adrien Broner is broke. You see how he just got kicked off a Cam and Mace show?
I heard about you see a video about him trying to stiff a $2,200 bill, man.
No, I didn't see that. What?
It's a late video came out like Adrien Broner was in a restaurant and he tried to dip out on a $2,200 bill in the restaurant.
As if they don't know who the hell you are.
They was filming him. They was telling him like, nah, man. Like they was trying to tell him like, yo, you can't just leave. So like, the videos on YouTube, man. Pull it up.
That's insane. Hold on, I'll pull it up after this. Let me see this. Dang, a lot of people voted that Canelo Alvarez ain't finished in the chat. It's over for Canelo. We'll get to that later. Hold on, let me show you this.
It's over, dog.
Man, stop it, man. You ain't from no Cincinnati, Toledo. Like you ain't from no Cleveland. Like, hey, man, relax, man. We really know you, Alicia. We really know you. Niggas really know you. Niggas didn't really ran.
How he really know her if she ain't from Cincinnati?
Man.
Through you, nigga. Stop it, nigga. Sonny Fredrickson ran through you. Bunny ran through you. Yeah, Robert Easter.
Why they be doing all that talking though? That's so crazy to me, bro. How you pillow talking with a dude about who you ran? I don't know. It's just weird to me. Like
I don't do that. But I never did. I don't do that now. But I'm saying I never did that in the past. We don't do that. Those are female treats.
Yeah, it's just crazy when you blasting the whole world that you ran through. It's no different than Lil Baby sleeping. I mean, the baby sleeping with Meg Thee Stallion and then putting in the song. It's like, bro, come on, bro. Gossip. That what you trying to sell now? Like you down bad. You out there gossiping.
Yeah, that's not the Lord's work.
You out there trying to sell gossip, all positive.
The Lord's work is not gossip.
Nah, he gossiping, man. He gossiping. Make sure y'all double tap the screen too, by the way. All right, here we go.
Ran through you, boy. Hold on, Dominic Doughton. Ran through you. Hold on. Montana Love. Ran through you, boy. The fuck wrong with you, boy? Everybody has some, man. Tony just wiped you.
I'll pause it. What's the difference between a BT?
Hold on. Who did he say just wiped you? Who he say?
Hold on, let me go back.
Tony just wiped you up.
Oh, you talking about Tony
Harrison.
Oh,
snitching like I told you. Didn't I say that?
No.
Didn't I say that?
Oh.
Do you get in trouble all positive for spelling cuss words, or do you still get monetization?
I don't know. I ain't monetized. I can't tell you.
Okay, all positive. What's the difference between a HOE and a BITCH?
Well, it depends. I don't know. I think I can't answer that, but I can answer what's the difference between a prostitute and a HOE.
Well, I got this from the movie Fear the Black Hat. You remember?
Yeah, I remember Fear the Black Hat, but I don't remember that quote.
What's good, Kazi? He said, a hope. God damn, I don't know. I said it. A HOE messes with everybody. A B messes everybody but you. And I was like, dang, that's deep. That's deep because he up here talking about Alicia Baumgardner, right? Take my ranch. What's up, guys? He up here talking about Alicia Baumgardner being an HOE, you know, and he basically disrespecting her and disregarding her, like, you know, she a B word, you know? And it's like, because he didn't hit, he named everybody else that hit. If he would have hit, he would have had a different type of energy whenever he was addressing this.
He wouldn't have said nothing.
Nah, AB is kind of, he would have said something, but it would have just been a different type of energy. He making it seem like AB, let's be honest too. AB was in a sex tape eating a stripper's vagina.
What?
Yes. AB's nasty. Like, to sit up here and try to go down Alicia's facts sheets. Like, what if AB got kicked out of a club? I think it was in Cincinnati for eating one of the strippers' vagina on stage. Something to that effect.
No, man.
So AB has a history of just being a nasty dude.
If he's doing that,
you can't ever talk about Alicia. You up there eating the stripper cat. That you remember on Don't Be a Menace when he stopped in the back and said, "Hey, stupid! You realize you just kissed every nigga at the party?"
Yeah.
Like AB, you realize you just tasted the raw dog of everybody in the club. Like that's nasty.
It is.
Hey! Shout out to Tony. I fuck with Tony. He from a Detroit nigga, player nigga. If you know what I know, just keep the hoe on the stroll. But what I'm telling you is this, man. When niggas been running through you, man, quit playing, man. Stop playing, man. And now you teamed up with Bill, bitch ass. And now y'all.
Why everybody don't like Bill? What am I missing?
Bill, stay with the beef, man. Bill, stay in some beef, man. Oh my God. Bill
That's crazy. Bill everybody always be like dissing Bill. Like I'm like, dang, you right. Why is Bill always in? It's either they love him or they hate him. They're either all the way one extreme. There's nobody that's like in the middle, neutral, or any of that. They always on Bill. Like, man, F Bill. Even the Charlo ain't even got revenge on the dude slapping him. And he talking about F Bill Haney. He go out to holler at him. What did Bill Haney do to you? His son is not even close to your weight class. Man, what is Bill doing? Bill running around the YouTube boxing scene just slapping people, I guess. But yeah, AB is nasty. Karma said there's a video of him eating cat in the car.
What? Man.
You listen, what's the over-under on AB having a venereal disease?
Oh my God, man.
There is no way that this man is out here eating stripper's cat and behaving like this, and he got a clean board of health.
I think that's a safe bet to take.
I wish that was a real betting thing.
Man, it's crazy.
Because he definitely burning.
I want to talk crazy, man. Hey, man, stop it. Y'all better stop. And we got.
Oh, before he talk about the tape that he say that they got, you wouldn't have the tape because it ain't you in the tape. So that means y'all. But can't they get them for like revenge porn or something?
Yeah,
but
revenge porn is a big thing, man, in certain states.
So, why he put Tony Harrison on blast?
I don't know, man. Tony Harrison ain't catching. I thought Tony Harrison was married.
Exactly. I'm positive they could have made me go back to the film. I don't just study the sweet science. I know. I showed after a fight how Alicia Baumgardner jumped on Tony Harrison.
I remember
I said all this?
Yeah, I remember that.
I thought it was more. And then they breakup wasn't a normal trainer breakup. It was like she out here soulless without a man. She was a professional side piece.
Man, y'all leave Baumgardner alone, man. I got to rob Baumgardner on this one.
We got footage too. We got footage. You be coming out doing all them good ass dance moves. Bitch, you can't ride a dick.
Lord have mercy.
Wait a minute, all positive. Is he talking about this right here? Are you telling me Alicia Baumgardner is on a tippy toe, letting the tips tap like LL Cool J say in them high heels, zooming into the butt crack?
Man.
All that, all positive.
I'm at a loss for words.
Ain't no way, man. He gotta be fabricating.
Well, like I said, I don't have the footage to make my own personal assessment of it. So I would need the footage before I make.
You ain't gonna pay for it. What if AB try to get you to pay for it?
I mean, how much you asking though?
Why he just don't sell the tape? If AP would have sold the tape to like TMZ or something,
at this point, $100, $50 to $100, and get it from AB because he need it.
Facts. He was up there talking about when Cam gave him that money, He was like, "Thank you, Cam. You a
Well,
good
only
nigga."
gave like $1,000 for an interview, right? That's
Yeah,
all.
that's a lot.
That's a going rate, but not. It shouldn't be a lot for about billions. Somebody about billions.
Man, come on. Floyd Mayweather blasted that a long time ago. He said your name is about billions. You ain't even made your first $50 million contract.
Adrien Broner is the type of fighter that should be studied, and every young fighter coming up should know his story. And this is one of the top fighters in the division, a 4-division champ, one of the top fighters in the division that never even reached 50% of his potential because he was always concerned with the glamour and glitz.
He one of them people that never believed in himself. He just convinced everybody else to believe. He was a grifter. He convinced everybody else to believe in himself
And
so that he could.
And he still managed to be 4-division champion. Like
Exactly.
50 years from now, everybody's gonna be like, man, Adrien Broner's a 4-division champ. They're like, man, he must have been great.
Now, I don't know about great. They might say good. But I'll tell you this.
For everybody don't get 4-division champions, man. That everybody can't do that. But I'm just saying the fact that Adrien Broner is a 4-division champ to tell you everything about this era, this 4-belt era. The fact that he's a 4-division champ. I mean, that's something that Sugar Ray
Yo,
Robinson.
you want me to give away some free game right now? I probably shouldn't even do this. AB Alicia Baumgardner was probably just trying to get her it scratched with Montana Love and them, because there's no way that Alicia Baumgardner is the athlete that she is, and she wasn't trying to do tricks on it. That means she really wasn't into y'all. Y'all probably had to use some type of lubricant or something too, because she probably really wasn't feeling y'all like that. I'm just being honest, because there's no way that Alicia Baumgardner is out there twerking like this. All she gotta do is do the same thing she's doing right there. And if she getting around like that, and she don't know how to ride the D, it's just like, maybe she just not into y'all like that. That's why she giving y'all that starfish sex. Now, because with Kim Kardashian, it make perfect sense, because Kim Kardashian look boring. You know what I mean? But there's no way anybody who's ever messed with an athlete, they treat sex like a performance. They got Powerade, they got the electrolytes and Pedialytes, they got all that. So if she going out there and giving y'all boring sex, that's because she probably don't think much of y'all. And she was right too. Look at y'all gossiping. You think she gonna go and bust it wide open on the D just so y'all can go gossip with each other about it? She probably did it on purpose. I'm just being honest, knowing what I know about the game.
My God, yo.
Yo, what's good, B3? Yeah, she probably was out there, she probably was out there, not going all out. It's women be cognizant of stuff like this. They know if a dude gonna tell. Sometimes I'll posit they'll even test the dude. Like they'll do a little bit just to see if he gonna tell everybody, to see if he worth smashing. Like women, they have a process eliminator in their head. And if they ain't showing out and doing tricks on you, it's probably a reason, man. She might have just felt like all of y'all was lame. You know what I mean? Y'all just was in the vicinity of her, and she was, she got that urge, she got that feeling one day, and decided to give y'all some. You know what I mean? I don't know how she out there getting recorded now. Y'all finna get yourself into a lawsuit with that.
That revenge porn. That's like a revenge porn is like a sexual misconduct. That's like a one of those things you got to register for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like revenge porn ain't no joke, man. You don't play them games.
Really? You have to register?
That's one of them things, man. Revenge porn is serious, man. In some states, yeah.
So that means they can't even go. They can't even go within a certain feet of a school after that.
Yeah, revenge porn is serious.
Y'all better be careful with that, man. It ain't worth it.
Even kids, like if you're a child, let's say you're 15 years old, if you a child and you send pictures of yourself to somebody, you still have to register as a sex offender because you're sending out child P. That's the rules, man.
That's crazy work. All I got to say is y'all better be careful. Leave Alicia Baumgardner alone, AB. I know this is old, but we just had to go down memory lane for a second. AB out there name dropping. But who AB remind me of with his snitching ass?
What's that?
You already know what I'm finna play.
Hey, look at it. Kareem Akbar. That's right, the educated brother from the bank. He's the real head of the CMB, the brains behind the whole thing. I told you, this thing is bigger than Nino Brown, and I got a list of proof. If I'm going down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me.
In the court.
That's who you remind me of. Nino Brown. Like all that snitching and all that stuff is like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Like he doing too much. But yeah, that's my synopsis of it all, Paz. You know, I'll just break down boxing film. I like to. What's up, Lou? I like to. What's up, Bob? I like to break down the psychology of stuff, and I feel like, you know, I think she might have not just been that into him. That's why she wasn't doing that. She probably didn't even, you know what I mean, perform oral on him because she don't really trust him like that. It was what it was, you know, just rubber and, you know, feel the itch type stuff. You know,
dangerous in this day and time, man.
You said what? Then you got to consider this all positive. Why she give everybody some but AB? That's really why AB mad. He the dude at the train that got turned down. He was the last dude at the train that got turned. All positive. Let me go. Story time. All positive. Story time. So at the time I was going to college, there was like a scandal at the college. What's up, Angie? Right. And at the college there was a scandal, all positive, and they had a sex tape. Right. And this, let me tell you how stupid these dudes is. We at college at the time. There was a high school right across the street. So the basketball players, I think, it was basketball players that was in the dorms, recruited the girl, right? Told her to come up there. They had sex with her. They basically ran a train on her. One of the dudes recorded it, right? And he's trying to, of course, be cool. You know, he's saying all the stuff he heard in the rap videos. Like, yeah, man. He recording the dude that it was two twins. They had just finished, you know, and he recording them after they just finished, asking them comments and they clowning or whatever. Then he go back and he like, everybody in here is a willing participant. So tell the judge and the DA to get off my back. I'm like, bro, talk about self-fulfilling prophecy. You just cringe like, oh my God, you're stupid. So anyway, so yeah, he's doing all this stuff or whatever, all positive. And hold on. Yeah, I'm still live, right? Yeah, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, my bad. I'm back. I don't know what happened. I thought maybe they had took the live down or something. Give me PTSD flashbacks. So yeah. So anyway, the dude recorded it. And then the dude around the corner had the around the corner. So he was recording around the corner from where it was happening. And he had like the camcorder out. So he's trying to hide his body and he's recording the actual act of it, right? And while he's recording, the girl sees the camera. She's like, oh no, like hell no, like, you know what? He just messed it up for you. So the dude that's behind don't know what to say. So he like, you know what? Forget you. He say something to try to remain cool, you know. Really his feelings is hurt because he got turned down by the chick that everybody done smashed, and you know, rejection is all that, settle it in. So, you know, he like, whatever, forget you. You ain't nothing anyway. I don't remember what he said. He said something crazy. But anyway, fast forward. They played a little snippet of him saying that in court to the judge tell the judge or the DA to get off my back and blah 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 blah. And it's just like, oh my God, you just face palm. But yeah, that's basically what happened at that in that incident. I just thought like that's when I realized people are really, really genuinely stupid for no apparent reason, just for the sake of being stupid. So anyway, yeah, that's basically the story of what happened. And then how stupid he is. He went to school the next day and told everybody about the tape. Hey man, did you see he put it on the site and everything, wanting to be famous. And he got exactly what he was campaigning for. He's really famous for that. They have charges now that will follow them for the rest of their life. And even the twins that were sitting on the bed, have for the rest of their life, they got them type of charges too. So you got what you was campaigning for, you know. But say out to say, man, AB is stupid, man. AB's feelings is hurt because Alicia Baumgardner don't want to sleep with him. He naming everybody that she slept with. Why you know all her facts? See, I got peep game, man. Why AB know all Alicia Baumgardner's facts and stats? Why is he asking about Alicia Baumgardner? And why is he so concerned? You know, why you know everything about her specifically? They ain't the only girls that they hitting. They hitting a whole bunch of girls. Why specifically? I think you curious about it. I think AB really wanted Alicia Baumgardner. I don't think he can get it. I think she's sleeping with everybody but him, and he took it personal. So he just used this opportunity to voice his concerns about Alicia. You know how a person really be building up. They really don't like you. And what they do is instead of saying that they don't like you, they just keep a little journal of grievances that they have with you and wait for an opportunity for where nothing really serious happens, but they want to expose everything. That's what y'all looking at with Adrien Broner right now. Adrien Broner didn't like Alicia Baumgardner because she didn't like him, you know, and this is just basically, this is him regression because of rejection. That's what you guys are witnessing right before your eyes. I just don't recognize it. But anyway, there's no way that this woman right here, there's no way that she don't know how to ride. There's no way. She basically doing it. So she's able to do it when there's an invisible peen, but she's not able to do it when there's an actual one. That makes no sense whatsoever. It's just like, and like I said, if she did, you know, that's why people gotta learn game. Even if that's the case for Adrien Broner's situation, more than likely it's because she wasn't that into you. You know, she's not gonna show out and do tricks. You know what I mean? Maybe she feel like it really ain't worth that time. She just want, I don't know what it is, but I know that she really wasn't into him and she wasn't performing because anybody who had track season, you know what I mean, know how them girls is, that them athletes, you know, and how they get down. You know, everybody, well, I ain't say everybody, most people know that. And Alicia's an athlete, if nothing else, and been an athlete all her life. So if she ain't out there doing tricks on it, it's probably because she think y'all whack, lame, or she was right about y'all conversing and gossiping like little women. But without that being said, let's go through some more of it. But like AB, there's no way that girl, matter of fact, let me play AB's audio with this playing.
Coming out doing all them good ass dance moves, bitch, you can't ride a dick. Your ride game trash. What Bubba Double said? Trash. Footage, you be coming out doing all them good ass dance moves, bitch, you can't ride a dick. Your ride game trash. What Bubba Double said? Trash.
Man, he be a messy little chick. That's crazy. And then he tweeted at her, "Stop playing with me. This S can get real crazy. You know I don't give a F. You jumping in the pool and you don't know what feet the pool is. Chill the F out. I was trying to help you. A real nigga talk." He said Bill Haney is not no effing trainer, and I stand on that, shaking my head. Now I don't know if she effing Bill or the real Devin Haney. Keep her on the throw. He didn't even throw Devin Haney into it. Man, what is wrong with people, man? He really did his Nino Brown thing. He threw everybody up in there. You know, Nino Brown go down, he taking a whole lot of people with him. That's basically what he said. That man took a whole lot of people with him. That's insane, man. Can't make this up. But yeah, man, Adrien Broner got to stop. Long story short, Adrien Broner, that was wrong. You know, but he said he knows how she runs. AB is burnt out. Yeah, it's crazy. They'd be up there sitting up there watching his homeboy sex tapes, which I think is gay too, by the way. What are you looking for? Why? It is what it is. But I wanted to show this right here. Hold on. Dang, I hate it all positive. I don't know what's going on with all positive. Let me get all positive. See if I can get him back on here. Because I wanted him to comment on this Canelo video. Shout out to Lou for sending me this video. Canelo Alvarez. Benavidez commenting on Canelo Alvarez. You got Shady McCoy, of course. That's how you know Shady McCoy must be good at his job, because he was able to, extend that, and he's basically was at the biggest fight in boxing. Don't really know much about boxing, but he got there off sheer personality. That's why I try to tell they always talk about a great job will take you around the world. Personality will take you all around the world. They never talk about these things. Personality will take you all around the world. Look at Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen is famous for a loss. Famous for getting beat up in 2 losses to Anderson Silva. Talked his way into title championship fights after that because he was his mouthpiece game. So personality could take you all around the world, especially if you got charisma. So Shady McCoy is there because of charisma. But hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see if I get all positive back on. Perfect timing, all positive. Okay. So I asked a bunch of people in the chat, should Canelo retire? Let me get your opinion on that first, all positive. You think Canelo should retire? Hold on, all positive. Let me remove you. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you accidentally cammed up, though. Hold on, let me put something on the screen. Did you accidentally cam up, all positive? Okay, we'll wait. I don't know what happened. I think no problem, Luke, no problem.
I'm back now.
Did you accidentally cam up, all positive?
No, it's fine. I got a thing over. It's fine.
All right. I ain't know you wanted to expose something, brother. You know how you do.
I'm good.
Okay. All right, here we go. So before we get into the video, what do you think about Canelo Alvarez? You think he should retire? You think it still fights for him? You think it's over? What do you think based on that Bud performance?
Me? Man, look, he can still generate some money. $20 million fighting.
Yeah, but Chavez could still generate
money, but like his days as a top guy, like people ain't gonna fear him no more. Nobody fears him anymore.
But that's what I'm saying. So do you think he should continue to stay in the game and potentially get the beats put on him and get beat out of boxing?
He will, and they all do. Because
you know what?
Yeah.
I predicted that a long time ago. I said Canelo was going to be a guy that the game going to have to retire him versus him retire the game.
And the same thing will happen to Bud, because everybody telling Bud, like, look, man, you got 2 options. You can either go down to 160 or you can retire. I think he should retire, man. You don't accomplish something only one other person in boxing history has accomplished. You have nothing else to prove, man.
Why go to 160?
Yeah.
Why go to 160 when you took a year off focusing on one guy? You came up with a game plan for one guy, you're not gonna have that same year to get acclimated to all the people at 160. Now, you only got Janabek and Laura to worry about. But with that being said, I don't think Janabek is no easy fight. To be honest with you,
I'm telling people, man, everybody say like, "Oh, Bud can easily get a strap." Like, nah, man, Janabek is not no walk in the park for nobody. Listen, Andre ducked Janabek to go up to 168 to fight Benavidez. What does that tell you about?
He gave up his belt. He gave up his belt to Janabek. That's how Janabek became champion.
I don't know what they talking about, man. He ain't no easy fight with nobody.
You don't think so? You don't think he's an easy fight for Bud?
I know, man. He ain't easy fight with nobody.
So what do you feel about the people who now say Bud has proved everybody wrong twice, and he's going to go up there in 160 and get undisputed again and prove everybody wrong once again? What do you feel about that?
I can't really, with what he put the beats on Canelo, I can't really talk against him. I can't bet against him.
But Styles makes fights though. Yeah, Canelo throw wide punches and Bud just at a southpaw position just filled them gaps with punches and was able to maintain it all 12 rounds. I knew Bud would have success. I just didn't think he would be able to maintain it for all the rounds, but he ended up doing it, and like going down to 160. So that means I'm going by his words, right? Bud said that he normally has to weight cut a lot. And now he feels like he can eat a lot and be more comfortable with going to at 68. So that means that at 60, it shouldn't be that much of a difference because he made it in 167. Well, it's only 7 pounds, so it shouldn't be that crazy, But with that being said, Bud is the type of fighter that when he's fighting a guy, he don't necessarily put on his Sunday's best unless he feel like they at their best. That's why Masvidal gave him so much trouble. He game plan for him, but Bud has already said that, and this is his words. I watch a lot of film, right? Bud said he was all but retired before Errol Spence finally made the fight. He was fit to retire then. He was mad as frustrated his career, the way things is going, and not getting that fight. And he was like, all right, I'm done. Then Errol Spence and them called and made the fight happen. After that fight, he went to go make the Canelo fight. Those are two big, huge, mega fights were good dancing partners that gave him the recognition that he deserved, especially at that point in his career. So he was able to get up and train and focus on these fights. Masvidal, he never was focused on that fight. And that Masvidal gave him trouble. So I don't know why people think that Janabek would just be a walk in the park. Theoretically, looking at what he did to bigger opposition, yes. Stylistically and mindset, I don't think Bud could get up for that fight. I think Bud should leave that fight alone. I think he should leave 160. I think he should just retire. Do a Canelo rematch.
That would be the smart thing. I think he should retire and go off into the sunset, man. You accomplished a lot. Can't nobody take that from you. But don't be one of them guys that stick around too long. Because Janabek ain't a small guy, man. Janabek's is 6 foot tall, man. You know what I'm saying? So
taller than Canelo. You know what I would advise if I was Bomac, and let's say I was Bomac and I was talking to Bud. I say, Bud, you got nothing to prove. If it's about money and fame, go beat Canelo ass again for another $50 million if you want to. Yeah, because any other fight is risky. Canelo is not going to get any better at this point in his career. So why not just go and beat Canelo up again and make another $50 million, and this time potentially maybe stop him? You stop Canelo in the second fight, that would be a good ending point of your career. And like I said, if it's about the money, you got that. That's another 50. He's not gonna make the same amount of money with nobody else. Except Anthony Joshua.
I don't care what Eddie Hearn say. Talking about he's talking about Boots and Bud is the biggest fight in boxing. Man, nobody know Boots, man. Nobody know Boots but us.
True, that's true. So I would look at what's his name? I would look at Bud and just tell Bud to look at history. You need to retire boxing. Don't let boxing retire you. Canelo, the opponent that you face is right in front of you, and he's showing you what not to do. The sport is going to retire Canelo. Canelo's not going to retire from the sport. He's going to keep making excuses and saying, oh, this happened and I ate gum when I was 5, and he's going to keep coming up with excuses to why, nobody beats that version, when the reality is he don't look as good out side of steroids. He's not impressive. He's not able to go up and beat up those bigger guys. Paulie said this a long time ago, and this is aging like fine wine. He said, if you want to stop weight jumps in boxing, all you have to do is do more stringent testing, that all the weight jumps will stop. He's right. Canelo should theoretically be at 160, undisputed. But, he had a little bit of extra something, a little extra Duracell battery, and he was able to fight up at 68 all the way to light heavyweight, and ever since that positive test, he hasn't looked so good. So with that being said, Bud shouldn't let the sport retire him. He should retire from the sport.
You said a Duracell battery.
He made the most money that he possibly could towards the end of his career. He took bigger challenges than Mayweather. There's no way Mayweather would have fought Triple G at this point in his career. That's equivalent to what he did, towards the tail end. And then the last 20 fights been championship fights. You got a bad resume, to rest your hat on. It doesn't make any sense to do anything other than, just retire and walk away from the sport. He said, Bola said, what about, he said PBC is on ICU all positive. He said, who's buying Keith versus Fendora? He said, where's the promo? The fight is less than a month away.
Well, I hope everybody's buying the fight and they won't be looking at it on legal stream. That's what I hope.
Oh man, I think Turkey might be the one providing a legal stream for that fight.
Yeah, because you know how we feel about legal streams over here. We don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that. Yeah, we don't celebrate that. We celebrate buying the fights over here. I agree with you, Alpaz. But I don't know. I think I think that's the wrong question. Who's gonna be watching the fight is the right question. I think damn near everybody's gonna be watching that fight.
Watch it. I'll be watching.
Yeah, I think everybody gonna be watching that fight because it's like a great. Well, I ain't gonna say a great fight, but it's a great stylistic matchup. We want to see if Keith Thurman still got anything left. It's a lot of good stuff. But without further ado, let's get through this video. So here we go. They interviewed the Mexican Monster, and he has some things to say. So let's go through it.
The ring, Max Kellerman, Chris Arreola, Mike Coppinger, and
there go Chris Arreola. I'm positive. If I ever fought Chris Arreola, a man with Arreola in his name, I'd have a field day with it. The man got nipple in his name.
Shady McCoy, and we are joined right now by maybe the most feared fighter in boxing. Ever see Julio Cesar Chavez in his prime? I'm talking about the dad.
What is Max Kellerman doing?
Max is silly, man. No, he ain't like Chavez.
They don't even have the same style.
Chavez, first time Chavez was dropped was against Frankie Randall, and that was like 1994, well into his career. I mean, Benavidez has been dropped already twice.
Oh, that's crazy. Max Kellerman with he just, man, I wonder if he really believes or if he's just doing a bunch of hype.
Man, Max has become
maybe he's rusty because he hasn't been in boxing for a long time.
Max has become a company man. I've been telling you, man.
He's been a company man, but that didn't stop him from giving great takes.
Yeah, he's always gave pretty good takes.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna say who, but I heard from a source. Sources say, but they said Max Kellerman used to Emmanuel Stewart really wasn't feeling Max, basically. And it's because the way they treated Max, like, Emmanuel Stewart's the boxing guy. Man, I've been around the greatest boxers of all time and created champions, and they would defer to Max, cut Emmanuel Stewart off to go to Max. That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is.
You know how Max got his start, right?
How?
His dad.
He was a boxer, wasn't he?
No, his dad. His dad was I think owned like or was in charge of like a TV show of a cable station, or whatever, and that gave Max his start. Max was a rapper first. Max and his brother, they had rap songs, videos.
Yeah, I was aware that. I'm going to play his video. It's wiggity, 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 what?
Yeah, so his dad, so Max, basically, he does know his stuff, but Max is a Nepo baby. You know what I'm saying? His dad got him on.
That is, oh my God. Yo, he looked like the rugged man. I'm not going to lie to you, all positive.
Yeah.
He looked like the rugged man in here. It's wiggity, 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 whack.
But Max does know his stuff. One thing about it, he didn't get thrown into the fire and don't know anything. He knows his stuff.
Okay, let's see. Let me go to it. His rap. I don't know why that style of rap remind me of crisscross.
Well,
It's in your back. You wiggity wiggity whack.
It was the same era, like the early '90s. Everybody was extra hard and they was loud and they was rambunctious. There was a phase after Onyx came out. Everybody wanted to do this exciting, this energy driven, loud rap, and that's the era that this video that Max was rapping in. Before everybody toned it back down, you know.
All right, here we go. Let's see what Max.
New York's a state, my city's in. A man who I hate, I pity him like a Branch Davidian. Got skills, got stamina, got hands strong like the champ from Panama. Body drop for body shots, cause I could box. No need for clocks or karate chops. And if you wanna see who the best be, come and test.
Man, this remind me of like when they try to make like.
He got bars though.
Man, if you don't stop, you know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of Fear the Black Hat movie.
Nah, man, if you listen to the bars are actually there from that time.
Man, if you don't stop.
If you erase like the name Max Kellerman, and you like, we ain't looking at Max. If you listen to the actual bar display, listen to the bars and the way he's setting up the punchlines, this and that, they're actually pretty dope.
Man, I'm positive. I can't say what I really want to say.
Come and test me, got stardom. Come get stuck from the top to the big backyard in the South Bronx. My flavor's good. Here, city, you're nothing but my neighborhood. New York, so nice, got named twice, and I'm harassing punks like Mike Tyson. And I'll break a novice worse than Purnell.
I'm harassing punks like Mike Tyson. What? Was that Higher Learning? He do look like Remy from Higher Learning.
What's the name? LL used a bar like that back in 87 when he did the Bad. He's like Tyson, I'm a soldier at war, making sure you don't want to battle me no more. Well, yeah, so Tyson been in punch.
Tyson, I'm a soldier at war. I'm making sure you don't try to battle me no more. But the flow was different and it was natural. This is kind of like, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is giving me Remy vibes from How I Learned It, like what you call it said in the chat. Self-defense said that line was trash. All positive.
Yeah, I mean, everybody don't have 100% every line. We can easily pick out like, yo, this line is trash. But I think he had pretty dope bars, man.
All right, let me finish this. I think this was trash. Let me get up out of Remy.
Hey, that is crazy.
Hold on, here we go.
This place feels like a museum, so you can see him and rappers go playing. Though my skin's European, hit your man with a hook in the head. Don't even jab it. I beat you with just my left hand like Jim Abbott. It gets scarier and scarier. Got props on every block of the Triborough area. King of my concrete jungle. Rumble, young man, rumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Rock.
Man, all positive. That gets no play in my ride.
I'm telling you, man, look, there's a lot of guys that came from hip hop that you wouldn't know were hip hop rappers, like Romany Malco. I showed that to my wife and I showed it to a lot of people. I'm like, yo, they didn't know Romany Malco was a rapper. You know what that is?
Nah, never heard of him. Who is that?
Oh, you know him. You know his face. He played on a lot of movies. He played on Think Like a Man movie. The one that was dating Megan Good on Think Like a Man.
I thought that was Chris Brown. Oh, the bald dude.
Yeah. He was a rapper back in the early 90s. He was with a group, the College Boys.
I'm glad he chose acting.
No,
I ain't even got to hear
that
his rap.
song was pretty dope. That song was
Man, all positive. Come on, man. Everybody ain't dope.
No, man. I'm telling you, man. You got to think about the era. What it was like Marky Mark. Now, I wasn't a Marky Mark fan, but I did like the Wild Side. I know they stole that from Tribe Called Quest. But Marky Mark was a decent rapper. But like compared to this stuff today, Max Kellerman is like Rakim. It's garbage today.
Man, look, I better listen. What's up, Teach? I'd rather listen to Drip, Drop, Drippity Drop. I'd rather listen to that stuff.
These guys today are terrible. These guys, this stuff today, you couldn't pay me to listen to these rappers today.
Man, that's crazy. Positive. Listen, I can't get jiggy with it, bro. I can't get jiggy with it.
Man, no, but that was a big style in the era. Like
That's the only rap video he got.
And I think he had two. He had two of them. That was one or two. It was a couple of them. But he was always using boxing references, you know. But it's a lot of guys like they started in hip hop and they just didn't, you know, they didn't reach their full potential. You know, they just backed out. Other guy too, Marshall Ali. He was down with Stone's Throw. That man got 2 Oscars. Yeah, he was down with Stone's Throw oh God, what's my man? The man the dude that sing the song "You're the Man." What's his name? Aloe Black. Aloe Black was a rapper, but his most famous song.
He's a good artist, though.
Yeah, but he's not known for rap. He's known for being an R&B singer. Nobody knows that. A lot of you know that he was a rapper.
Man, look, I'd rather listen to Aloe Black. Aloe Black got bars as a real life, what you call it. Max Kellerman, I'm good on that. I like to see Prime Max in his form. That just go to show you rapping ain't for everybody. You know, we need some jazz players out there. You know, if rap ain't working for you. You know,
he knows his hip hop though. He was always talking about the classic hip hop albums on ESPN. You know, he's always talking about Cuban links and stuff like that.
What's up, Jay Bliss? Yo, somebody Bola said he'd rather listen to Slim Jesus. You know who that is?
Nah.
The white Chicago drill rapper.
I don't listen to drill. Drill is terrible.
Oh, I would rather listen to drill. I would listen, play me drill, play me any that listen, that stuff I just heard all positive. I rather listen. You know what it remind me of? The flow? The flow remind me of hip hop, hooray.
But that's the way you gotta think, that's the way in that time frame, early 90s. Everybody was rapping that way because you know who started a lot of that? Jazzo started a lot of that. And Jazzo, a lot of people ripped Jazzo off. Like Jazzo came out with the originators because you know Jay-Z was his hype man. Came on originators and Hawaiian Sophie and all this. You had Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J, Daz Effects. Everybody came out later rhyming like Jazzo. And then Jazzo had to switch his style up. He don't get no credit for that. Then when he switched his style up, Jay-Z switched his style up to sound like Jazzo's new style. So the Jay-Z you hear now is Jazzo's original style. Like if you listen to a song on the D&D project called Stone to the Bone Jazzo, you would think that was Jay-Z because that's Jay-Z. He basically took Jazzo's whole style, everything he was doing. But Jazzo invented that, man. Like,
yo, Apostle, how you feel about Shooter? Shooter said you see he became an analyst, right?
Yeah, it ain't.
You know what I would rather listen to all positive than that?
What?
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
I'd rather listen to that than listen to Max Kellerman rhyme again.
What Malcolm Truth is saying about Tongue Twister is correct because I remember when he came out as Tongue Twister. He was at that time he was the fastest rapper in the world. He was on episodes of Yo MTV Raps, and my cousin was telling me, "Yo, this is rapper named Tongue Twister." I remember she called me one day, and let me hear it over the phone when MTV Raps was on, and I finally got a chance to see him on. I mean, it was on T Money was interviewing him up there, and then he went away for some years, and he came back with Po Pimp, and he slowed his flow. He was still fast, but he slowed it down just a little bit. He gave it a little bit of space. But a lot of guys had to like MF Doom. MF Doom had to reinvent himself when he was with KMD, when he was Zeb Love X, he was with Third Base. And that's a whole other story because I can't stand Search. With Third Base, he had to slow his flow down and came back, reinvent himself with MF Doom. Yeah, Biggie. He's talking about Biggie in the chat. Biggie had to change his style too, because if you listen to early Biggie had that same style. like we talking about Max Kellerman, Biggie had that same high energy style in his early. Listen to Party and BS. Listen to that, and listen to his early joints, and listen to like half of the Ready to Die album was recorded early. The other half was recorded later. So listen to Gimme the Loot and listen to Big Papa. There's two totally.
That song. Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
Yeah, he had that same fast style with the high energy flow, and then he slowed it down in the songs like "Warning," "Suicidal Thoughts," "Big Papa," and "Juicy." He later slowed it down, but half of the album was recorded like a year prior. Then Puff got to deal with Eric, so then the other half was recorded.
All positive. You might need to drop your link, man, because they got some hip hop heads in the comment section. Shout out to Pittsburgh T. They was one of them asked you who's your favorite producer. If you're asking me, I ain't an aficionado like All Positive. I'm gonna go ahead and say, I don't know. That's a hard one. Give me some time. We need names. All Positive. List some names.
Names of what?
Producers.
Oh man, you got Primo, Pete Rock, my man DJ Quick, Eric Sermon, Dr. Dre, Large Professor, Easy Mo B. Those are the legends, man. Then you got the guys.
You wouldn't put P Diddy?
Man, this is what Puff Daddy does. People bring Puff Daddy beats in the studio, and he adds his name on the credits, and he gets production credits. Just like Puff said, don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks. You know what I'm saying? Puff ain't no producer, man. Puff is a scam artist. He said, Premier Knife Wonder. Yo, me and Knife Wonder, we got mutual. Like, I met Knife Wonder several times. I got pictures of him, like at events, and Knife Wonder gave me a drop 20 years ago. Was it 20? Yeah, 20 years ago, 19 years ago at the Rakim concert. He gave me a drop. I never even used it. He gave me a video drop. Yeah, but I know all those guys, man. I'm out here in North Carolina, man. I'm out here. I'm near Raleigh. Yeah, but yeah, man, a lot of guys.
If y'all don't know that, I got jumped in front of the studio. That's why I gave up hip hop. They was like, "Yo, Scholar, let me get a drop," and they started beating me up like they did Charlamagne.
But I think it was Pittsburgh Cheese asked the question how people didn't know Tyson lost for a couple. A lot of people didn't know he lost until like Monday. A lot of people didn't know it because the fight was actually the same night as the slam dunk contest in 1990. That was when Dominique won the slam dunk contest. And actually, the very next day, Nelson Mandela got freed from prison after being in prison for 27 years. So a lot happened technically, it was the 11th on that day. It was in Africa. They were many hours ahead. So the same day Nelson Mandela was freed from prison, Tyson lost to Douglas, and Dominique Wilkins won a slam dunk contest. But like I said, it was huge news. But it was a fight on HBO. Like a lot of people didn't realize it like money. Like people was talking about it at work. It's like Mike Tyson lost, but I knew about it. And I'm a boxing fan, I knew about it.
I'm positive you can't go nowhere and escape this conversation, brother. Eminem might be the GOAT.
Nah, Eminem ain't no GOAT.
I'll just play. I know how you feel about Eminem. Nah, Max Kellerman might be the GOAT.
He is a very dope rapper. I've never said Eminem was whack. I've never said that. I think Eminem was very, very dope rapper. I've always
94 with a gun to your head. Max Kellerman or Eminem?
No, man. Well, Eminem wasn't out in 94.
I mean, he was rapping. He just wasn't out. Didn't them tapes come from like 94?
Tapes came from 93, but we didn't hear him until 2004. Actually, Max Kellerman, right then on that video, he's better than Eminem in 93. He was better. He's a better rapper than Eminem was back then.
To be honest with you, Max Kellerman was trash. So I think this is Max Kellerman's early when he transitioned. What'd you say he was what'd you call it? Not a brat. What'd you call him?
Nepo baby.
Nepo baby. So this is his early years at ESPN.
But before ESPN, he was he was on his dad's network. Before ESPN, he was doing stuff on his dad's network. He transitioned over to ESPN from those early things with his dad's thing, what his dad had going on. But yeah, go ahead.
Let's see what the young Max did, because rapping ain't for everybody. Let's see.
I just got off the phone, and Brad's about to call in, I guess, about Chavez and Kamau, and also Hernandez and De La Hoya. We have Bo coming up with Holyfield. We have Tyson's second comeback fight coming up. This is all before the end of 95. Frankie Randall's got a fight. Trinidad, almost any fighter you can think of has a fight coming up before the end of the year. And it bodes well for boxing, especially if a Trinidad Corte or Whitaker Trinidad or Whitaker Corte fight is made for the end of the year. And then and for 96, it's unbelievable the fights that can happen. Like I've always said, between 130 and 147 pounds, including Gabriel Reles, Miguel Gonzalez, Orzabek Nazarov, Oscar De La Hoya, Kostatsu, Frankie Randall, Julio Cesar Chavez, if he's still around after the Kamau fight, Corte, Trinidad, and Whitaker. 10.
I know y'all can't help but to notice and thinking what I'm thinking. This is just me. Damn, Matt got some big ass ears. He really did grow into them ears. He looked like the rat from Ratatouille in this.
Fighters, and there are a lot of permutations in terms of fights that can be made between those 10, and a lot of good fights can be made. So 95 has been a very interesting year. I think 96 is going to prove to be a little bit more interesting even. And the reason I'm kind of talking about the beginning of 96 and we're only in September is that last week was the end, the last episode of my 6th year of Max on Boxing, and this is the first episode.
Max on Boxing goes back to 95.
Yeah, man, that was before. Like I said, that was before the ESPN. That was his local thing, his local network.
Oh my god!
His dad had like he was actually on the station, or he was like a CEO, but his dad hooked him up with that. And the thing is, this is a true story. My homeboy, who I've done a lot of music with, he produced a song on the Raekwon new album. My homeboy, Pav Bundy. He was friends with Max and his brother. I remember he came to me. I didn't think he knew him. He's like, he's like, yo, I heard he's like, my man Sam just got off. He's off. He's like, I heard somebody kill my man Sam, like Max Kellerman brother. I'm like, how you know that? I like, how you know? He's like, yo, we used to hang out. It was my man's back in the day. He's from New York. You know what I'm saying? You know often, Butler. We all know.
Yeah. I can pull a Butler.
So they were heavily involved in the music, like I said, because he knew him. So they was always heavily involved.
That is crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They talk. Listen, bro, I'm positive. You already know. I'm a conspiracy theorist to a certain degree. Max is probably the best commentator in the game right now from years of experience. But that just show you, preparation opportunity, because he was studying the sport of boxing. He said he attempted to be a boxer, he just wasn't good. I think he had like 2 amateur fights or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And he went into rapping. He just ventured off away from what was supposed to be his calling, which is what he's doing now.
Yeah, Pittsburgh T said DMX and Nelly were. Yeah, they were. At one point, they were bigger than Jay-Z. Nelly got a dominant record. Jay-Z don't have that. Nelly was huge, man. He was doing songs with NSYNC. And DMX first album sold 4 million. DMX the first rapper to have 2 #1 albums in the same year. No one had done that before him. So I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah, they at that point they were bigger. Like, people like to rewrite history, but they were bigger than Jay-Z at that point.
It's crazy. It just show you, man. Sometimes you just gotta wait your turn. It ain't your turn yet. Yeah, Max Kellerman. It was never Max Kellerman's turn to rap. And I don't never want to hear him do that again.
Max would never be in a list. Like, he was never like a top 40, a top 50 rap guy. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, but you gotta think back then, man. It was hard to get in. The fact that he had a video shows that, hey, man, like, yo, his dad actually put some money behind him, because everybody didn't get a video. Like, I got a lot of 12 inches from guys. No. Hold up, pause. I know y'all like that. I got a lot of 12-inch records from artists back in the day that never had a video, and they never even had an album. Like I said, I got thousands of vinyl. And a lot of these artists, they just got enough money to press up a 12-inch. They never even had a video or album. But Max had a full video. He had 2 videos. So that shows you the power that his dad had.
Sometimes you just need a rich daddy, small loan of $1 million like Donald Trump.
It's not what you know, it's who you know. Because I'll be doing a lot of shooting now, like photography, like shooting and stuff. And I shoot at a lot of events now. Like people let me get in, like they'll let me in, and a lot of famous people, high profile people, and it's stuff that people that's been shooting photography for years. Like a lot of people like yo, how you getting that? I'm like, well, first of all, I didn't charge them because I don't need the cash. Number one. Number two, I know people that throw these events and they give me a shooting pass to be in it. So it's not what you know, it's who you know.
This is the piece of crap in the background that shot Max Kellerman's brother. Look, here we go. Just got lumped up, eye all swollen, got beat up in the fight, and couldn't handle getting embarrassed on primetime TV, going back to the streets, and the dude went to hug him and he ended up sucker punching him. That's crazy, man. Like that's some stuff you can't. He already had his. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, dude ain't got no awareness. I'm gonna be honest with you. His awareness is zero or positive. I'm not one to victim blame. I just want to say he cocked his fist before he threw the punch. Like he never congratulated him after the fight. He just looked like I always make the joke, if a black person, if they threw a grenade off of a stage, there would be one black person that survived because of their instincts. Like I feel like this right here, like he cocked it. See, he looked at him, he walked over to him and cocked his fist back, and the dude tried to hug him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that same piece of trash right there ended up being the guy that unalived Max Kellerman's brother. That is crazy. Can you imagine? Like, it just show you how crazy life could get in the blink of an eye. Max Kellerman covers this event.
That was cool. They was like roommates. I'm like, you gotta watch it. Actually, you gotta watch the company you keep, man. Because they was like roommates. It was cool staying with them. You gotta watch the company you keep, man.
That's facts, man. That's crazy, man. And this is why people think online is different than real life. Oh, it's just online. No, you ain't heard the story of Manny. Y'all remember Vegas Manny? That just happened just a while ago. Vegas Manny is not ancient history. So yeah, you gotta be careful with the people that you keep around you. You can't use the natural cues that God gave us in life to process people and vet them, because you get to hide behind avatars. So you got to be extra careful on the internet, in my opinion.
You gotta analyze stuff people say around you. If you're hanging out with somebody and they always talking about plotting to rob other people that they know, what makes you think you wouldn't be next? You know what I'm saying? I used to play ball with these guys, and I knew these guys. I knew his mother. I went to high school with his mother. He's grown. He's in his 30s now, but I remember he used to play ball, and I found out, like, man, they was setting people, they was breaking in people's houses and stuff, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was a teenager, man. I just stopped messing with him, because I told him, like, look, dude, like, what you doing, you got to stop, because I like, dude, you come my way, like, who you want looking for? You want me looking for you? You want the police looking for you? Like, you much rather the police looking for you. I don't play them games. So I stopped messing with him, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to play, like I said, I knew his mother way back, but nah, man, you just gotta watch. If you hanging out with somebody who's always talking about setting up there for, like somebody like Alpo. Alpo, none of his friends fared well with him in the end. None of them.
That dude was so master manipulator. He would get a friend, befriend them, get that friend to go commit all these hits for him, and then tell on him in the end. Like, you can't make this up, or shoot him.
Friend to unalive this friend, and then get another friend to unalive that friend.
Yep, that dude gave friends a new meaning.
He still got new friends. Right before his life took him, he still had friends riding around with him in New York. I'm like, y'all some brave souls hanging out with this dude, man.
Yep.
Ain't no
Everybody think it can't be them. But I wanted to show this. So this is what Stephen A. Smith did. So Max Kellerman, it's proof, like I said, that not everybody's made to be a rapper. I know some people that's like Nick Cannon. They passionate about music, but ain't nobody out there calling for their music. Sometimes you got to step into your lane and stay there. You know what I mean? Max Kellerman never gave rap a second thought once he started having success in the stuff where he put the hard work at. So don't do what you love, do what you're good at. In the words of Mark Cuban. But this is him as schooling Stephen A. Smith online.
That's this.
got a lot to protest about. But when you riot, particularly in your own community, in the past I'm talking about, why is that something that we've lamented? Because when the fire stops burning and the damage has been done, and you've done it in your own community, where do you go from there?
It's better not to riot. I'm not pro-riot, okay? Let me be very clear about that off the top.
I'm not saying that. I just brought that up.
Rioting in their own communities, black people don't own those communities. They don't own those communities. And this culture has been rioting against black people for hundreds of years now.
That wasn't my point.
On ESPN's First Take, Max Kellerman.
No, we don't need you to commentate. We can hear. We can hear that. You heard that? I'm positive. I heard it.
No, yeah.
That was good. That was what Martin Luther King said. You know why he condemns the riot. He understands the energy that got him there.
Like it or not,
Let's see what Stephen A. Smith's response was.
Kellerman is a company
I
man.
don't mind it.
The ultimate company name. That's the ultimate.
I ain't gonna lie. He went against the grain on this one.
Who wins the grain? Yeah, who wins the grain?
Max Kellerman. That's how he lost his job at ESPN. Always showing up. Stephen A. Smith.
I said Stephen A. Smith is the ultimate company man. That's the ultimate company man.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you saying it's company man versus company man?
Yeah, but now it said Max Kellerman. He became a company man when he came back. Now, because back then it wasn't working. And like that. That's how he he got axed from there.
Owners in the league with the ability to employ you when you want a job. These are not things that you do.
Who cares if he's wearing a Kunta Kinte t-shirt? Like, is our original sin in this country slavery, yes or no? Is that the reason that 31 of the 32 owners are white, yes or no? Because of the power structure, yes or no? Yes, of course it is. That's the very thing that's related to the reason Kaepernick was protesting in the first place. So what if he shows up with the Kunta Kinte t-shirt?
From Colin Kaepernick's protest and banishment.
Look at Stephen A. Smith. Look at his facial expression. Ain't this the picture that X used of Stephen A. Smith? I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen, I don't remember this. You know what I remember? I remember T.O. saying, Max sound blacker than you, and Stephen A. Smith losing it. But I really wasn't at that time. I feel like First Take had kind of like fizzled out, and nobody was really watching First Take like that at this point. That's what I feel like. So I missed a lot of these interactions. It's kind of interesting going back and watching it.
Examination, waiver, release, and indemnification agreement. This was signed by Colin Kaepernick in 2011. His signature's right there. This is the agreement supposedly sent to him and his team. And essentially what it's doing is protecting the NFL from injury.
That's the NFL's understanding. My understanding is it was not a standard waiver. That's Kaepernick's people's understanding. And by the way, if one of the points is that the NFL is indemnified not just from injury, but from other things, which would mean Kaepernick could not sue them or a suit could not be brought against them going forward for the way he has perhaps had his rights trampled or in some way not respected by the NFL since the settlement, then this whole dog and pony show, if that's what it was to smuggle that in under the radar.
Including Stephen A. standing up for the league, while Kellerman pointed out how the NFL attempted to pull a fast one.
I'm only speaking about recreational use of marijuana. I think it's abhorrent. I think it's ridiculous, and I don't support it at all in terms of the NBA legalizing it. I don't believe that a paying customer should take money out of their hard-earned money out of their pockets to patronize an NBA product, to walk to a game and see some dudes walking up courtside high. I don't believe that.
This is not about showing up to the game high. No one is saying the players should be high when they play. Because there are examples of players who've shown up high, that's a reason to outlaw recreational use on someone's own time. It's absurd on its face.
And as time has gone on, the takes from Stephen A. age worse and worse.
I didn't like working with him, man. It's just that damn simple.
I don't remember that. I don't remember him saying that. First off, Stephen A., rock the baldy, bro. At this point, bro, you got to take this yarmulke off your head at this point. Like, bro, you're not fooling nobody. You look worse holding on to it. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like your face is growing out of your hairline. Like, this is an extension of, like, your hairline. Like, you remember the movie The Coneheads? You remember the movie Coneheads? All positive in the 90s.
Yeah.
You remember? I want to get away. That's what he looked like. He looked like the Coneheads, but he gotta let it go. He gotta let it go. But all positive, I never recalled him saying that. Do you?
No, I don't, he probably was talking about somebody else. They probably just chopped the
No, I think he talking about Max. Hold on, let's go back. Because why would they put that in the same clip? It got to be talking about Max. Oh, let's go. Let's go. It might maybe to give further context. Let's see.
From Stephen A. Age worse and worse.
I didn't like working with him, man. It's just that damn simple. I didn't like it. You weren't an athlete, and you weren't a journalist. And the absence of the two components left people wondering, why should we listen to you? It was like I was damn near doing.
What, bro? They could make the same argument about you and Skip Bayless.
Yeah. But you know, Stephen A. Smith, the CNS you see now wasn't always that guy. If y'all remember, he used to have a show on ESPN, late night ESPN. And I remember he had a pro-black, he used to talk about pro-black issues. And one of his shows, he had all these guys of these activists, Tim Wise, a white guy. And they was talking, they had the guy that wrote the book, $40 Million Slaves. And they was talking about how the black athletes are slaves and how they don't talk about social issues and all this stuff. And after that, Stephen A. Smith show got canceled. That's when he went to full coon mode. It's like, I guess ESPN told him, like, look, you stepping out of line. He became a full company man after that. So Stephen A. Smith you see today isn't the guy that's always been.
The show by myself because we were oceans apart in terms of cachet.
When he appeared on Joe Budden's podcast, he dissed Kellerman again in September of 2021, fresh off Kellerman's removal from the show. Smith practically admitted he was behind the leaks, that he wanted him off the show. In February 2022, he would practically make an ultimatum to the higher-ups at ESPN. It's either me or Max, pick one. Thus they did. For many, Smith's discussion of the Kellerman exit has grown tiresome. This marks at least the fourth time Smith's chimed in on the subject. Now, when tweeters posted this video,
what he wanted was transparency for people to see the full workout.
I remember this.
See the full Colin Kaepernick. Again, you mentioned obviously Max is going to get in here. And like I said, I'm in the streets. Max almost seems blacker than you, Stephen A. with his commentary.
And one user proclaimed this was the final nail in the coffin. The man who made the comments, Terrell Owens, wrote above it, one word, facts. Now, as for this dude, that's an entirely different story. You know how I feel about your sorry behind, Terrell Owens, and you know why. You should thank your heavenly father I haven't zeroed in on you with the trifling blank you tried to pull. Tell folks to ask ESPN what your desperate blank tried to pull. Keep on talking. Eventually, you'll expose yourself. Hashtag.
Yo, ESPN is not a good work environment. If y'all ever get some job proposals or internships at ESPN, do not go. Like, they clearly messy. Like, they talk about business to other people. They eliminate the shows. They allow somebody to say it's either going to be him or me. Like, ain't that relationship messy stuff? I thought it was about the money when you get to these levels. You know, they clearly ain't professional at it, not to mention the lawsuits. Like, the idea of, well, not the lawsuit, they didn't get one. Had a lawsuit, Skip Bayless. But yeah, so yeah, let me track that. They ain't got no lawsuits. But definitely gotta have a hostile work environment over there. You know what I mean? If they letting people play caddy games and female games and you choose me or either me or him or I go, you pick. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Listen, there is no other company that would have chose the older guy versus the youth, especially when the younger guy is more experienced this season and has a better vocabulary, in my personal opinion. I wouldn't have chose it. I don't know about y'all, but I wouldn't. I'll pause if they tell you it's Stephen A. Smith or Max Kellerman. Who are you picking?
Well, look, put it like this. Look at it from a business point of view. Max Kellerman is the proper choice. But Stephen A. Smith, people love Stephen A. Smith because a lot of people love to hate him and a lot of people love him. So Stephen A. Smith has better ratings because people will watch him just to go online and talk about what they hate from him. So Max didn't have the ratings of Stephen A. Smith. You know what I'm saying? Even though Max
Man, he
knows
just had
way
the
more.
relationships.
Yeah,
I
the
feel
rating,
like
yeah.
Max is an easier choice to me. Number
It
one,
is,
he's
it is an
better.
easy choice, but it's like from a business point of view. It's like, well, we talk about team owners in the NBA. Like I've seen teams trade their best player just to save money because they'd rather lose and make money than win and not make money.
That's insane.
We just
Max
saw
is
the
an
Dallas
easier
Mavericks
choice
do.
to
We
me.
just saw Dallas do that. It's all about making money.
Yeah. What's up, John? I feel like that was an easy pick in my opinion. I think.
Yeah, I agree. I would choose Max because it's speaking from an intelligent point of view. But ESPN, they're about making money. It's like they can't make as much money with Max as they can with Stephen A. Smith. Because I think ESPN ain't about sports no more. The ESPN that we see now ain't the ESPN we grew up on. Like everything is shock jock now. It's like people going up there giving their opinions about who they hate and talking about players. We never saw Stuart Scott and Keith Olbermann and Linda Cohn. They never bashed players. I never seen that when I was in high school. I never seen Dan Patrick say a negative thing about any player. This is what it's about now, man. ESPN is what it is now. It's basically social media.
But Stephen A. Smith is fit to get it dropped.
He is?
Yeah. They're not telling them, but they're moving away from TV.
I thought they pay him like $10 million a year though.
Man, I don't know what they paying him, but he already got a show like Shannon Sharp on YouTube where he doing the podcast thing because TV's dying. Nobody's watching TV no more. They're doing lives. So I mean, TV. That's don't be surprised if that show in the next 2 to 3 years they announce that it's over, and then they're doing all the stuff that happens when they start changing the cast. When the Titanic about to sink, that's the first thing they do.
What do you mean? What the first thing they do?
The first thing they do is change personnel, like 2.5 Men.
Oh yeah, 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 man. It's all about ratings, man. It's like when you see things and everybody's like, man, I can't believe they got rid of him off of this show, and then you'll be like, well, even though that person is better, I'll give you another perfect example. The Charlotte Hornets back in 95. Alonzo Mourning was the best player that the Hornets had, but they had to get rid of Alonzo Mourning because you think at this point Larry Johnson just had surgery on his back. He wasn't the same player he was when he came in the league, and Larry Johnson was dipping. But Larry Johnson was among the league leader in jersey sales.
See, Pittsburgh T said it. Disney is dead. Don't be surprised if they cancel that show. All the shows are gone. People are using apps and YouTube.
Larry Johnson and Charlotte has not recovered from that in 30 years. The Hornets still haven't recovered from that yet. So it ain't about like doing the right thing. It's about doing the most thing that's financially viable for an organization. That's what it's about. It's about money. Like they know Stephen A. Smith bringing the bucks. Like people love him, and just as many people hate him. So they're gonna watch him just to hate him, just to see what he can say and they can talk about. Like I can't believe this idiot said that. You know, it's about money, man. Like I said, Max is obviously the better choice, but yeah, it's what it's about.
Yo, y'all to the Canelo. People pull up to hear Canelo. We don't get into it. I just want to go through the synopsis of Max. You know, that's how we do over here. You know, we get ideas, and you know, this is not playing either. By the way, I just want to go through the synopsis of Max and all this stuff. But we're gonna get into that Canelo stuff right after this. Right after I show this. Hold on.
Like real facts.
You don't want to make an enemy out of me. And I'm looking right into the camera, and I'm going to say it again. You do not want to make an enemy out of me.
Now, Stephen A., ask me if I'm scared. I thank God every day, or at least I try to. But do what you do best. I'm not worried. You don't have to make some bold attempt to expose me because I have nothing to hide. You're mad because of the advice of my attorney after we filed against ESPN because on air, without my consent, you shared our text conversation. I'm not sure that constitutes as desperate, but enlighten us all. So my boy, hone in on me. I'm good. I'm blessed, and God got me. You're still salty about that interview I did with you and Max a few years back, and I said what I said, and today I'm still #Team Max. Got that man fired. That's messed up. You saw me in Colorado. You should have told me about my sorry blank then. In addition, I do not believe the parameters Smith set that someone who is a regular on the show must be a journalist or an athlete has merit.
He don't want another T.O. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, T.O.
I seen T.O. knock somebody out on the street.
Yeah. And Stephen A. What I've noticed about Stephen A. Smith is that he does not like to be challenged on his opinion. He doesn't like to be challenged with facts. Like, if you're a guy that challenges him and you don't go with the flow, like, you can challenge him, but if you challenge him with facts and you don't get in a screaming contest with him and you challenge him with facts that he can't dispute, he don't like that. He don't like to be made a fool.
We've been live for 3 days, I mean.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith is one of those guys that he don't like to be told, like, yo, you're wrong, and proving that he's wrong. I don't mind someone telling me I'm wrong and proving me wrong, because that means I'm learning something. I don't mind about that. I'll take it that I'm wrong and I'll admit it, and then that means I'll learn something new. He don't like that. He likes to stick with his narrative, and he wants to be seen as high and mighty genius, which he's not.
Yo, I got to drop the link for young Marky Dan to come up here with that. Somebody said, damn, looking at Alicia Baumgardner. I don't know, Amir. They ain't been pushing my notifications out. And the reason why I know it is because my burner account don't show whenever I'm live. Well, they ain't my burner, my backup. Everybody knows my backup. It don't show when I'm live, so I don't know what they be got. Peace.
Yo, would you walk through a graveyard and like 1 a.m?
Yeah, I ain't scared of dead people. They dead.
I'll be telling people. I used to do it all the time, man. I was about to go live.
Okay, that brings us here. So the reason I gave the synopsis of Max Kellerman is because of this right here. So Max Kellerman, you know, with his good interview skills, everybody's, you know, all positive think he a company man now. He don't think he got the old Max Kellerman in him, you know. Me, I think he still got it in him. I just think right now he's trying to help build what he thinks is best for the company, you know, which is one organization, boxing under one umbrella, blah, 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 blah. I don't think that's the best thing for boxing. You know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is. He thinks it's best. I think boxing is stupid to want to. That's how you know people complain about the way things are, but don't want anything to change, right? And then when they want stuff to change, they're always going back to the starting spot. Now, that's the craziest thing. Boxing has had one body controlling it. It was called the mob, right? And Custom Model worked really hard to get the mob out so it could be the free market. Then when the free market happened, Ring Magazine was the Bible of boxing. They had ranking power. They had all of this stuff until they were corrupt. Then the sanctioning body said, you know what? Y'all are so corrupt. We're going to split off and do our own thing. And now they're corrupt. The problem is corruption. Why would you want to isolate it to one person when that's what they're all trying to achieve? Turkey is trying to monopolize boxing to be the one body, right? Bob Arum is trying to monopolize to be one body. Al Heyman was trying to Don King, which they invented the Muhammad Ali Act because of Don King. Every promoter was trying to monopolize to be the only body, sanctioning body that, you know, controls everything, you know, the czar, you know, and it's like, why would we just give that to them? What does that mean for us? But like I said, that's a long story. We dove on that in other videos. He said Alicia is beautiful. Marky Dan, Alicia ain't got no meat on her bones, brother. And Amir said, why you hanging out at graveyards all positive? Did you hear me all positive? I don't know what's happening all positive. I think his internet is messing up, Amir. He'll come back. He'll come back in our eyes. But here we go.
daddy. I'm talking about one of the greatest fighters ever. This guy is the closest thing I have seen to a big Julio Cesar Chavez. David, I'm not putting the Chavez thing on you. I'm just saying you're the closest thing I've seen to a big dude who fights like that. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much for that introduction, and thank you so much for the compliment. You know, Julio Cesar Chavez is, you know, somebody that we look up to a lot. He was a great fighter, one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time, and I'm honored to be, you know, even put in the same category as the great Julio Cesar Chavez.
Hey, before I even get to anything else, David, because when you came up, there was a lot of fanfare. Oh, Canelo's ducking him. This dude's a monster. And I looked and I thought, you had missed weight once. You had looked like a guy with potential.
I love that Max is dancing around the cocaine that he took. I love that Max. Hey, Max might, you might be right. He is a company man because he is dancing around that cocaine test positive cocaine test that he had on top of the missing weight. Amir is here to argue. I thought you was leaving. Amir said, "What's up with Turkey doing that?" Says he has the money to give us the big fights. Well, I look at it like this, Amir. If everybody in boxing is striving to be the only person and there is no competition, it's the same argument they make in America with free market versus government controlled stuff and what they call socialism. If there's no competition, once they have everybody, they can do whatever they want to and pay whatever. You think they're going to continue to pay these big paydays once they have full control over boxing? No. They've already showed you. They released the pay ratings of the fighters that's going to be on TKO, and it's crumbs. It's crumbs. That's why he brought Dana White into boxing. He brought Dana White into boxing because he wants to spend less money. Like they're paying these fighters top heavy so that they could so number one, they could be responsible for the new stars, have them already under contract like in UFC, and they could pay them whatever they want to and market them around the world and become the face of boxing, where there's other promotional companies, but they're not seen it as the face of the sport. It would be like Top Rank taking over boxing and having fighters fight for a Top Rank belt. That's essentially what they want to do. If you can't see the problems in that, well, I don't know what to tell you, sister. You got to have a little bit more foresight than that. Like people have tried to do what Turkey's doing now. And like I said, we call them the mob. And when they took over, they did practically whatever they want to. You remember when Turkey first came into boxing, he was saying that he was going to be different than every other promoter. You know, like I say, people remind me of the R&B songs in the 90s where they was like, girl, I wash your hair. Girl, I wash your feet. I do you better than your next man, and your ex-man, all this bullshit they would start singing about, right? Then they would get with them and do the exact same thing, right? So with that being said, Turkey said he wanted a video game. He said he didn't want to be a promoter. He said all of this stuff in this interview only to later on be exactly the stuff that he said he didn't want to be or do. It's like, I'm looking at his actions, not his words. His words don't mean anything to me. His actions mean everything. And his actions already showed he wants to be like everybody else. He wants to be a promoter. He started a promotional league, right? Remember, he was working with all the promoters. I want to bring them all under one umbrella just to give you boxing fans what y'all been craving, the big money fights. I want to bring that back to boxing. I want to bring back the Larry Holmes. He was politicking. That's what politicians do. I'm gonna bring back affordable health care. I'm gonna go after the pharmaceutical companies. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And then they get in office and don't do any of the stuff that they said they do. He was politicking. He's gonna do the same thing everybody else does. Consolidate the power, put it under one umbrella, and pay them nothing. And you said fighters don't already make it. That's not true, Amir. And I'll tell you how I know that's not true. So you have to pay, I think it's $20,000, $15,000, something like that for a promotional license in boxing. But once you get one, you could actually set up fights. There are people out there who send boxing channels like mine, and they say, find a fighter for this fight, right? If you can find one. And the flyer be like $60,000, you know what I mean? If you can make 168. And that's 60,000. They give you 60,000, you know, you pay whatever, you know, fees you got to pay in your gym, but that's a lot of money. Some people don't even make that in a year, and that's for one fight. So boxers could make. There's actually a dude out there who talks about how he throws fights for a living. And like he makes money off of that. So no, you absolutely if we take the person who's a journeyman in our sport, you be seeing them all the time. You be like, why is this dude still boxing? He got 68 losses and 3 victories and 10 draws. That's why he's paying his bills. He going to go get stretched for $50,000 to $20,000. You know what I mean? He done made a career out of it. He's a professional stuntman. But no, there's definitely. And you take that guy and a UFC champion, they're probably on par. That's why the UFC champions are willing to come over. Why would you sign with a guy and people in his sport are coming over to our sport to get stretched? Right? And these are champions with pride. These are champions coming over to get $1 million paydays to get stretched, like Francis Ngannou. Before Francis Ngannou got stretched, okay, let me see. Hold on.
But I didn't see a guy ready yet. And then over the last couple of years, I've seen a guy who looks like he wants to maximize his potential. Am I right or wrong about that?
No, you're definitely right. You're looking at a man that's not going to let anything outside the ring, mess with his game. Since I was 3 years old, I've had one dream only. That's becoming the greatest boxer of all time. And that's exactly what we're going to accomplish, and yeah, we're almost there, and we're going to keep going until there's nobody left to to say anything bad about me. Yeah, and David, I think you're showing that with who.
They definitely don't make as much money as boxers. It's not even comparable. It's actually sad. Like, if you look, they always use the narrative. Well, UFC people make as much money as boxers. The top 1%. They always do some crazy math, judo math, to try to justify them not making a lot. I'll positive. I see you come out me back. There's no sound coming from your microphone. I don't know what's going on, bro. Say something. Yeah, you might have to hit the refresh button. I'll pause. Can't hear you.
Who you pick to fight as well. You're trying to chase all the biggest names. I give you a lot of credit for not waiting on Canelo when it was clear that fight wasn't going to materialize. And another tough fight, I think, in November. Anthony Yard gave Benavidez all he could handle, hurt him. Gave Sergey Kovalev all he could handle in there. And I expect a big action.
And this is why Bud should retire right here. They're going to keep finding reasons for Bud to fight and try to get Bud beat. So they're going to say, Bud, you should drop down to 160 and get undisputed. Let's say Bud does it hypothetically. He goes there, he goes and fights Laura, and it's a tougher fight than what he thought, but he ends up knocking Laura out. Okay, so then he goes from the Laura fight to the Janabek fight. And then the Janabek fight is really, really tough because it's hard for Bud to get up, and take these fights where they ain't a big name, right? And let's just say he goes and he, where's the link? I forgot to post it, mark it down. Hold on, give me a sec. It's going to be on the community tab for anybody that pull up. Amir, if you tired of arguing from the chat, you can hit the link too as well. What's good, BBO? Well, look, if we can't, you say, why pay them if we can't get the fights that we want? That's why I stream the fights. I don't pay for fights unless I feel like they worthy of me paying for it. Now, look, I will pay for Jake Paul Tank. Yeah, I can hear you now. I don't know what happened, man.
I don't know what happened, man. I was talking and talking. I wasn't saying nothing. But one thing, when you talking about Floyd Mayweather, when you talking about Canelo, I thought about something about Floyd Mayweather. Like, why Floyd Mayweather was so motivated for his whole career? Is that Floyd didn't have money like that. Much money he was making, he was spending it as quick as he was making it. Like, if you look at Canelo, he's making 100 million, 40 million, but Canelo's not living that extravagant. He's living in Mexico. $1 goes a long way in Mexico. And Canelo's not driving around in Bentleys and all this stuff. And so Canelo got real comfortable. Floyd never got comfortable, even though he was making the money, but he was spending as quick as he was making it.
Yo, all positive. I just want to say before Marky Dan speak, you got to forgive this YN. He know if not what he say. Go ahead, Marky Dan. Spit that BS you about to spit.
I mean, I speak facts. I don't know why somebody I consider to be, a good brother, why you gotta throw
See,
salt on the
BBO taught him
trail,
all the
son.
tricks.
I don't know
Now
why
he
you
finna
gotta
do
do
that.
that.
He finna do that reverse racism stuff.
Nah. But salute to you, Scott. How you doing? Salute to all
What's
positive.
good, bro?
What's going on?
Yo, Marky Dan, I'm gonna have to give you my real number, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I've been dreading it because people be doxing, bro. But I'm
I
gonna just
don't
have to
got
go
your.
out of.
Don't I already got your real number?
Nah, bro, you got my text now. You know goddamn well my number don't start no 3.
Well, damn, I didn't know that. That shit kind of hurt
That's
my
how you know
feelings,
Marky
nigga.
Dan
Well,
used to
fuck
get
you.
rejected in the club. He be like, I don't know what's happened. I was wearing all the right clothes, and she gave me her number, but it just ain't working. Yo, Marky Dan, you are crazy, bro. You know goddamn well my number don't start at no goddamn thing. That's hilarious, Marky Dan. Oh my God,
I
you're
don't know
funny,
that,
bro.
nigga. My number start with 3.
Oh, we already know, bro. We know you're not in America. We know you somewhere in some Saudi basement. You the one they traded you for Floyd.
I literally just called a Minnesota number that starts with 313 today. You're a lying ass nigga, Boxer Scholar, and I don't appreciate it.
Yo, all positive.
Yeah.
All positive.
Yeah.
Did you miss what Benavidez was saying?
No, I heard it. I heard everything. I just you couldn't hear me, but I heard everything.
Okay, yeah, we couldn't hear anything. Well, what was you saying? What was your comments on it? First off, do you and Marky Dan agree with the comparison of Julio Cesar Chavez? I don't even know where that comes from.
No. Chavez was very dominant. I mean, even though I had him losing against Taylor, and he definitely lost against Sweet Pea. But Chavez, he ain't that. Chavez is very active. He wasn't fighting once or twice a year. I'll put it like that.
I mean, I don't want to say the activity stuff. We're in a different era. But what I will say is, I could see the comparisons. I mean, they're both front foot fighters, both really aggressive, both Mexican. I think Chavez might have punched harder. I think Benavidez, he's more of a volume puncher, but I can see it.
You know where the comparison's coming from. Max Kellerman's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. You know what he's doing?
What he's doing?
Chavez before Canelo was I ain't gonna say the last Mexican star, but
Hey,
he was a
salute to my
Mexican
guy.
star.
Salute to my guy, Max Kellerman. You know what I'm saying? Getting
You
himself
remember,
the ring job. You know what I'm saying? After all that he
man? Don't
went
be,
through.
but oh my God, what? Hold on, Marky Dan. So
What you mean?
you saluting white supremacy?
White supremacy?
How you think Max got his job? That's
Max
nepotism.
Kellerman, if anybody got the right to be a white supremacist, it's Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman let a deranged Negro stay at his house, and said Negro murdered his brother. So that's just that.
I thought he was staying with the
But
brother.
going on to huh?
I thought he stayed with the brother.
They
You
stayed
sure?
at
I
Max
thought he was the
Kellerman's
brother's
apartment.
roommate.
No, they were staying at Max Kellerman's apartment.
Bro, okay, hold on. This is my conspiracy brain.
Yes.
Do you think that had anything to do with him getting on ESPN? Like Max Kellerman was like calling in a favor?
No, obviously not.
Because not every boxer was on ESPN.
What's your point?
He might have called in a favor just for him to be on ESPN, like to have an event on ESPN and him be a part of it because he knows Max. You get where I'm going with it?
Are you talking about the black dude?
Yeah, Butler.
Oh. I don't fucking know. All I know is he let that deranged nigga stay at his
Nah,
apartment,
see, hey, you know everything else, but you don't know the important stuff. See, Marky Dan, that's why you the perfect snitch, you and BBO. If I was a police officer, I wouldn't question anybody but y'all.
Wow. Now you put that snitch word on me. Now I'm a traitor. This is crazy.
Marky Dan.
But I expect it from a guy like you, Scholar. It's okay.
Wow.
Fuck that. If we go to prison for the rest of our life, whoop-de-doo. We go to prison. Fuck that.
Whoop-de-doo, Marky Dan.
That's just terrible, Scholar.
But what was you saying though before I played the drop?
Oh, beautiful. Huh? Oh, I was saying, I was just saluting Max Kellerman. That's all I was doing, and then you just came in being a hater as per goddamn
So
usual.
hold on. You show up to my show. What Kevin Samuels say, rubbing, throwing shit on the walls. But you salute the man that ain't even. Come on, brother. You can't be like that,
Throwing shit on the wall.
brother. You come up here with these non-facts. You come up here, brother.
What are non-facts that I've said?
Brother, you know what you said. Oh, brother, it's a lot of stuff, you know. But now I'm gonna have to give you my real number, Marky Dan, so we can do the political simulcast. But brother, stay away from that. I ain't even joking. Please stay away from that Kurt stuff. It ain't worth it.
Man, Boxing Scholar.
Hold up. No, I just got this money. Don't say no. Right in the private
I
chat.
ain't gonna say nothing about that you know what. But let me just say this, Boxing Scholar. You can't capitulate, Boxing Scholar. If they draw a line, you have to step over that son of a bitch. That's what being American is. You can't let this authoritarian, orange, retarded, dumb, invalid son of a bitch tell you that you can't talk about Charlie Kirk. Who the fuck is he? And who the fuck was Charlie Kirk? I mean, he was just some. Oh, excuse me. I was about to do that. Yeah, my bad, Boxing Scholar. But nah, brother, we fight fascism over at Democracy 101. It's literally the name of my channel. I ain't doing it.
Then this man giving a shameless plug, trying to get my channel canceled at the same time doing a shameless plug. You see how they do you?
Absolutely. That's what it means to be a brother.
Dang, they messing with all positive Wi-Fi, man. All positive ain't even. They keep. Amir, if you don't know, this is called good hosting. This is me and Marky Dan doing our thing. You know, the YN versus UNC segment that we do. You know, better than Ocho versus.
Also, I dispute that bull crap you just said about boxing shouldn't be under one entity. Boxing should be under one entity.
There you go.
However, it is going to be incumbent on the boxers, the athletes, to unionize.
Hey, you lost me at incumbent. You lost me at incumbent. The moment you said incumbent, anytime somebody try to use a word that ain't normally used, they trying to sell you something. So I'm looking for my wallet right now to make sure it's in the right place, and I don't trust anything you say after that.
I'm selling revolutionary thought. You're selling being on your knees like these boxers have been. Or excuse me, not even these boxers, these fans.
What you mean? I was about to say Tank. So is Tank on his knees?
No. And that's the problem. Did you see the bullshit Tank put out today? He has given boxing his ass to kiss.
What'd he say?
He came out today and said, essentially what he said at the end is boxing is dead. But he was saying just a bunch of old cash shit before that. Let me go find it for you. But my point is, goddammit.
You see how Marky did? You see how you come with 9 facts?
These are facts. And I'm finding you the goddamn tweet. Because him and Shakur were going back and forth. But anyways, you trying to break my train of thought. I ain't use that word against you. You my good
All
brother.
I gotta do is tell you look at the screen. You can't stay focused.
I'm currently looking for the Tank tweet, so I ain't focused on that. But
I'm talking about all I gotta do is listen. All we gotta do is show you a picture, put it in the back chat. Alicia's OnlyFans. Alicia's gonna have an OnlyFans. I guarantee you, next 3 years. What's the over under on Alicia having an OnlyFans in the next 3 years?
Damn, 3.5. How old is Alicia? What, she 31?
I don't care what her age is. I'm just looking at how she's moving right now.
I'm just saying, like, how much longer is she gonna be able to
It depends on how she performs in this fight. She up there twerking and stuff. She got the biggest fight of her career, bro. She's about to do 3-minute rounds, and you already know how that is for a woman. They tried that once before. I can't remember what fight it was, but they were dying with that extra minute in a round. So she better, and she's been looking pretty basic ever since the steroid bust or popped or whatever, positive test. She's been looking pretty basic.
She ain't never had no gas tank to begin with, Boxing Scholar.
I know. And then after the steroid, it got worse. Like Canelo's. Canelo ain't ever had the best gas tank, but after that clenbuterol stuff, he started fighting 10 rounds and then taking the last 2 rounds off.
He's just a punk.
They said you sound like Ruckus from the Boondocks.
I sound like who?
Ruckus from the Boondocks.
I don't sound like Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks. Are you crazy?
That is hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, because what I always tell you behind the scenes, Marky Dan, about what you be doing. Man, be cooning.
Facts?
Man, be cooning.
Man, you gotta stop shooting down. That's all I'm saying with that. But thanks, David. He was doing a lot of tweets. Jesus. Going back and forth. Then he deleted his account. Boxing definitely did a turn. It went from this side to that side, and this shit has no loyalty. So why should I care? I move accordingly. Boxing is dead. You see that nigga right there? We don't need niggas like that. Get him the fuck on up out of here. Then Shakur, excuse me, no, he responded to a fan. He said, "You ride D, you will never feel me." This is crazy. You watching the show? I'm in it. Dad, learn your effing place. Say, cook that duck, fuck nigga. Oh my God, this is just crazy, Boxing Scholar. I don't talk like that. I'm a YN.
Why you got everybody guessing? You could just make up anything in the background. Marky Dan, send it to me so I can put it on the screen. You want to keep looking at Alicia. See, that's the thing about y'all young dude. That's why y'all so easy to set up. All you got to do is send a little piece of meat in front of y'all just to become distracted. Right.
Boxing Scholar, first off, I'm not even looking at Alicia once again. I'm looking at the information. Alicia is a very beautiful little chocolate bunny, though.
A chocolate bunny. Ain't nothing chocolate about Alicia Baumgardner.
Man, Alicia Baumgardner remind me of this picture I saw of Bob Marley's wife, Rita Marley. She was Cuban.
Bro, what the... See, and this is why I say he just come to bullshit. What about... Bullshit? Bro, why you even think about Bob Marley? So how the two connect?
I'm thinking about Rita Marley, a beautiful chocolate Cuban female.
Bro, she looks nothing like her, bro.
I didn't say she look. I said she reminds me of her with her skin tone and her hair. Can I not say that, Boxing Scholar? Can I not say that?
You're a colorist. I'm gonna just call it you're a coon.
You're
a coon
and a fascist. How about that? How about we go the whole way?
Look, I'm gonna ask you this. Marky Dan. I'm gonna ask you this because you know I'm connected now. You know, I joined the Illuminati. I sacrificed
I did not know that. No, I didn't know that.
Hey,
That's wrong.
Yeah. I had a gerbil, bro. I had a gerbil that I sacrificed. One of the friends that wasn't no good to my life. But that's neither here nor there. I could make Alicia theoretically happen with you, brother. What you gonna do with Alicia Baumgardner because I don't want to set it up and you be a disappointment. So what's gonna happen with you and Alicia?
Man, straight back shots. I'm gonna pull her hair, spit in her mouth. I'm gonna slap her with it in her face. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
You said everything but put on a condom and you nasty, and I will never introduce Alicia Baumgardner to a dude like you ever, bro. Ever. You said everything but strap up, bro. You're a sick. You're a sick. You know that? You know that, Marky Dan? You're a sick individual, bro.
Nah. I treat Alicia very nice. I take her out to dinner.
You are a sick individual, bro.
Fuck that. I'm a gentleman. What?
And we go to prison for the rest of our life. Whoop de doo. We go to prison.
Salute to Alicia the bomb.
Fuck that.
The bomb Baumgardner.
And we go to prison for the rest of our life.
Salute to her. Beautiful young lady.
Amir wants to know where I found you at, Marky Dan. Listen, the boxing space is big, but it's small at the same time. Marky
I'm not a
Dan.
twisted man or
Look,
woman.
no, I'm gonna be honest with you. Marky Dan, I didn't like Marky Dan when I first met him. I'm gonna just be honest with you. The reason I didn't like Marky Dan is because I wasn't used to his humor and I thought he was serious. Because he keeps the same tone. You know, when people make jokes, they normally change their optics or whatever. Marky Dan keeps the same optic. So if he be like, hold on, shut the fuck up. Like he'll be joking, but you be like, wait, who the hell are you talking to? You know? So I ain't like Marky Dan. Till I realized 99% of the time Marky Dan is on a good edible and Marky Dan is clowning his ass off.
But there are
So it took me
facts
a while to
mixed
learn
in.
Marky Dan's
There
humor.
are facts
Listen,
mixed
Marky
in.
Dan has the youngest, oldest voice I've ever heard out of anybody. I thought Marky Dan was at least 60.
Nah, that's crazy. I think Boxing Scholar just always had a problem with me because I speak facts. I speak them with conviction and resolutely, and I stand on my facts. And it's hard for him because he is an older, emphasis on the old part, an older gentleman, individual, and he's never had his own thoughts really challenged. You know, he was talking about Stephen A. Smith earlier. The Boxing Scholar is a speech/thought fascist. If you disagree with the Boxing Scholar, he will cut you down to ribbons. And he's my brother. I love him. He's a great guy. We have some great conversations. But the level of smearing that's gone on from Boxing Scholar, I remember once I was whooping Boxing Scholar's tail in Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And this nigga
Oh
Boxing
my
Scholar
God.
is just out of nowhere gonna say, oh, you take it too long to answer the question. Oh, why you keep asking me to repeat the question? Oh, you cheating, you cheat. I mean, everybody was asking to repeat the question. Everybody was taking time to contemplate the question. But
Man, let me
because
tell y'all the real story of
I
what happened.
speak
This is why this
facts,
dude is hilarious,
I
man.
got smeared.
You
I
see
was
how he's screaming?
smeared as
You
a
see,
cheater.
you
And
see
I
how
am not.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, you kind of do
Go ahead.
sound like Ruckus when you start screaming, bro. I am not gonna lie, bro. You kind of do, bro. But no, like, check this out.
Speaking
Check this out.
facts.
Check this out. Marky Dan was playing a board game, and we was having game night. And I would ask him the question first, and he would stall. He'd be like, "Yeah, could you use it in a sentence? Yeah, could you?" And he just kept stalling. But you know, that wouldn't even made me suspicious. What made me suspicious is he always had the fucking right answer after stalling. I'm like, come on, bro. So you just mad? The answer came, who brought it to you? Jesus? Did Thor send a raven? Like, come on, bro. How you got all the right answers? You know? So I was like, this dude is clearly cheating. He's obviously cheating. And after I exposed Marky Dan for cheating,
They asked the question: how much did America, did the U.S. purchase Alaska from Russia for? And initially, I went with gold. Then I thought about it for a second. I said, wait, the Louisiana Purchase, because I was just watching the Lewis and
man, you weren't
Clark
watching
show.
shit. Stop lying.
Yes, I am. I watch a lot of shit. I read a lot of shit. You fascist. That's what you are. You're
See what I
thought
mean?
fascist.
Hey, I bet y'all didn't know this. Marky Dan is kin to DJ Academics, their cousin. That's why I call him Marky Academics. But
I
anyway,
am
check
not
this
no
out.
cousin to no walrus ass
So check
nigga
this
like
out.
that. I don't know what
Amir,
you're
I'm
talking
finna snatch Amir's wrench. Why she keep threatening to leave? She finna get that wrench snatched. She finna find about this fascism Marky Dan talk about. Then she talking about a cam up challenge. How about this? Somebody pull up at our cam up, or a woman pull up at our cam up. I don't know, just something about camming up in front of dudes that just seem kind of gayish. But anyway, look, check this out. So I was gonna say this, Marky Dan. You know, getting back on track. Because Marky Dan, you definitely said you would have gave Alicia a venereal disease, and you definitely alluded to
I
that
would
on
have shot
top
the
of her.
club up. I would have shot the club up, and it would have happened multiple. I would have shot the club up multiple
So
times.
wait a minute. You would have had kids with Alicia?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? My kids will be athletes. Volleyball, fucking football, basketball. Put all them little niggas in that shit.
Cooning,
You're cool. I'm not cool. You're
cooning, bro. You want biracial babies?
What?
You cooning, bro. Just call it what it is. You cooning, bro.
How's that? What race is Alicia Baumgardner in your mind? What race is
I'm a
this beautiful young lady?
steroid. That would have race say steroids. What was Conan the Barbarian? She got barbarian blood in her.
This nigga's stupid. Man,
Yo,
listen here,
Marky
man.
Dan. Lou said you would melt in it, Marky Dan.
Alicia Baumgardner, firstly, she was cleared of all those steroid charges. The
Oh
people
my
at the
God.
lab, the people at the lab.
You know how you know you full of it. You know how you know you full of it.
The
And
people
listen,
at the
and this is
lab.
what I did like about it. I ain't gonna lie. Alicia Baumgardner is the victim of me calling people out like you for colorism. Alicia Baumgardner is perceived as fine because she light skinned. Carissa Shields look way better than Alicia Baumgardner. Facts.
I mean, listen, that's a matter of your opinion. I think
Man, that's a matter of
Clarissa
fact, bro.
Shields is a no. I think Clarissa Shields is herself a very fine looking young lady.
Bro,
However,
it's not even close, bro.
it's not
We're
even
not talking
close.
about face, we're talking about body.
Oh, if we're talking about body, it's not even close. It's not even close. Clarissa has a lot more meat on her bones. Okay, and I like Clarissa's shape just overall. But Alicia, you already know how I feel about this guy. I like an athletic fit. You know what I'm saying? I like a Sydney McLaughlin. You know what I'm saying? A Shakira, well, not Shakira. She like 4'8". I ain't into that shit, no. But I like an athletic fit. You know what I'm saying? But you like something different. There's no problem with that. I don't see why you have to denigrate the young lady.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, Boxing Scholar over there getting the scholarites in order. I heard them earlier throwing shit around and just being badass kids as per usual.
Wait, how you assume that you and Alicia kids ain't gonna be bad because she light skinned?
No, because I have a firm hand on my belt.
So you in
There you go.
abusing beating kids.
Well, not only that. I feel like I'm a pretty good communicator, the Boxing Scholar.
So let me say this, Marky Dan. Let me get back to this because then I want to react to this video and then we're gonna get up out of here. Well, I'm gonna get up out of here. We still gonna chop it up, but I want to get through this interview. I was trying to wait for all positive, but I don't know what he got going on. So let's get through some more of this.
Fight. What do you expect on November 22nd?
Yeah, I definitely expect a big action fight as well. Anthony Yarde is a fighter who's been in there with the best of them. You know, he knows how to he's felt hard shots, and he's been in there with, you know, two of the best Russian fighters of all time, you know, Sergey Kovalev and then Artur Beterbiev. So I'm expecting this man to come 100% ready for this fight. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not scared of nothing. You know, I accept and I invite war. You know, so if that's what the people of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia want to see, well, let's give it to them.
I heard that. The Mexican monster is in the building. Happy to have you. I got a question for you, though, a serious question. As athletes, we are defined by our resumes. And I think a lot of people would say Terence Crawford is an elite fighter, pound for pound, but he get the just dues because he couldn't get that fight. He gets the fight with Canelo, he wins. If you ask a lot of boxing fans, they think you are that guy, pound for pound, king of boxing, but you haven't got that fight yet. How do you truly feel knowing that you've been ducked and now you can't get the just dues because you should be the king of boxing?
You know, at the end of the day, some of the greatest things take time. Some of the greatest things in the world take patience. And I've been here for 11 years. I'm barely 28 years old right now, so I know my time is coming. I know with hard work and, you know, and me staying motivated, I know I could be the best in the world, but I just got to wait my time. I think everybody is starting to see that I'm fearless, I'm relentless, and I'll fight anybody to get my respect in the ring.
Yeah, but
You buying that, Marky Dan, or you think he capping?
No, I think Benavidez will fight anybody. I really do believe he would get in there with Beterbiev, Bivol.
He not beating no Bivol.
I don't think he beating them, but I think he'd get in the ring with him. I believe that. But
why get in the ring with him if you can't beat him?
Who the fuck is that light skinned Drake looking nigga?
Who is who?
Who's the nigga that just asked that question? That
Bro.
loaded, just extreme. Like I hate.
You
niggas.
talking about
like, you're not
Shady
a
McCoy?
journalist. Huh?
You talking about Shady?
That was Shady who just asked that question?
Yeah, that's Shady McCoy, bro.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Okay, he's not a boxing journalist. Okay, I get it.
Kazi said Benavidez couldn't knock out Caleb Plant with
He did not, Kazi, but
12
he
ounces.
did beat him half dead.
Hey, that don't count. Yeah, that I ain't gonna lie. Him saying he gonna fight the best and fighting Yard is pretty disappointing. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But that's not his fault. Bivol gave up the belt. He didn't fight him. That's not his fault.
Man, I don't know. Hey, listen, I don't know. Because it's like they say, I'll give y'all the fights I want to be, but they also say, well, why wouldn't I go take the championship? It's available to me. They say two different things.
I mean, Turkey set up. So Turkey set up the first two Beterbiev Bivol fights. You know what I'm saying? I don't see why he would not want to finish out the trilogy, or at least in Bivol's case, why he wouldn't want to finish out the trilogy. But if I were Bivol, I would probably get the Benavidez fight first. I would have got that out the way first, and then went back and got the Beterbiev bread. Because even if I lose, that third Beterbiev fight would always be on the table. Even if I lost to Benavidez, or Bivol lost to Benavidez, rather.
Chris, bro, I hung out with you. I hung out with your brother. I hung out with your pops. You guys are fucking a cool family to be with. Let me ask you, what is the relation with you and your pops? What's the difference between you and your pops in the gym and you and your pops outside?
How do you know that they drunks?
No, I said it sounds like a bunch of fucking drunks.
Well, Chris Arreola definitely does drink.
Yeah, just people that's not qualified, I mean.
Chris Arreola was an actual boxer.
Who is that?
You don't know Chris Arreola? You call yourself a historian?
Chris Arreola? That's Chris Arreola talking.
Yeah, bro, how you don't know nobody on the panel you criticizing?
He sound like a fucking drunk. Does he? Man, you know what? Salute to Chris Arreola. You know, that's that career kicking in. Cause that don't sound like Chris Arreola. I fucking know. Are you kidding me?
He sounds the exact same, bro, than when he was boxing.
Play that shit again. That don't sound like Chris Arreola.
He still ain't done. Well, I'll just continue to.
Oh, Chris Arreola is okay. I'm thinking of what's the dude that Earl Spence fought? He got a show with Tim Bradley and Paulie.
Chris Algieri, man,
Chris
go to
Algieri,
sleep,
that's who I was thinking
Marky Dad,
of.
go to sleep, bro. Come on, bro. You know that ain't no Chris, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah. Chris Algieri is the guy who dropped Andy Ruiz and got beat half to death by Deontay Wilder.
Yes.
And Andy Ruiz in that fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, Andy
so
Ruiz
it makes
didn't do
sense
nothing.
that he sounds like a drunk. And he's Mexican. He's a foreigner.
No, he sounds the same that he sounded when he was boxing.
No. But that's my point. It makes sense now, Boxer Scholar. Because he's always sounded like a drunk Mexican that's got his brain beat in. So it makes sense to me now. I thought that was Chris Algieri, though. Sounded
Marky
like
Dan,
that.
looking pretty shaky for you in the chat, man. You lose your historian status.
Ah, man.
I'm finna snatch your badge, brother.
I know Chris was a boxer, Kazi. I just didn't know which Chris specifically.
Nah, don't say. He about to say I was just bullshit. That's what he was finna say, Kazi.
Bunch of bastards.
That's crazy.
Nigga say I'm giving E and J vibes.
Yeah, you definitely are, bro. You definitely giving a little tipsy.
Man, go straight to hell. How about that?
Accusing everybody of being a drunk. You know what they say about that self-projection? Just
that
saying.
Makes sense. Well, you see, even Kazi agrees that he sounds like a drunk. So go straight to hell, Boxer Scholar.
He's trying to make you feel good. He's trying to make you feel good about
unqualified journalists and question givers and
what would you ask him? Okay, what would Marky Dan ask him then?
Hey, Benavidez, how do you feel? Hey, calm down, my nigga.
I'm gonna be Benavidez, bro. Hold up, bro. Come on, I'm gonna be Benavidez. Go ahead.
David.
First, I'll shut the fuck up.
Well, bitch, you can shut the fuck up. I take
see
my
what I mean?
mic and walk
That's
the fuck
exactly
off,
why you could never work a job like this, because you're not professional. You never meet them where they are, brother. You bring it back down and maintain your professionalism. So that right there showed me. But go ahead, continue the interview. Go ahead, bro.
Benavidez, how did you and your team come to Anthony Yard?
Well, that's the best fight that's out there right now. It's not my fault that Bivol avoided me and gave up the belt. So now I have to fight Yard. I would prefer a Bivol fight, but he's scared of me.
What about a Jai Opataya? Jai Opataya has recently said that he's interested in you moving up to cruiserweight to face him in a potential lineal championship match. Wouldn't that really put a stamp on your status as well as you describe yourself, the best fighter in the world?
Well, why would I go up and I just got to this weight, to another weight, and my goal is undisputed? Why would I jump another weight? That's a fight for the future, but why would I do it now?
Absolutely. So that's a no on Jai Opataya?
That's a maybe in the future.
Okay. Benavidez, how did you feel about watching Tomato Canelo get his ass whooped by Terence, the savior of
Well,
blacks?
I don't have
Bud
to answer this
Crawford?
one. He kind of answered this one in the interview. He basically said Canelo ducked him, and that's what he gets. So let's get through it. Let's go through it.
There's no difference between me and my dad. Me and my dad, when we get out the gym and when we come in the gym, we've been boxing. He's been training me since I was 3 years old. So I have my whole life. I have 25 years boxing. So our life is boxing. Our life revolves around boxing. But my dad, in my opinion, he's the one of the greatest fathers of all time because, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in this position. There was a lot of times I wanted to quit on myself, and he had a plan since I was 3 years old, and he's taken us. We've executed that plan perfectly, and without him, I feel like my dad is the true essence of what a great father is supposed to do for his son. He gave up on himself, but he didn't give up on me. He put every single ounce of energy into me and my brother, and now we get to show the world what we're made out of.
One of the great things on this family show, it's really a family, right? Is that
They got that from BVO. Hey man, it's a family show. It's a family.
Yeah, facts.
You have a guy on the show, and Chris, who doesn't even know. He dropped an F-bomb and didn't even know we did it. He looked at us.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Let's clean that up.
Like
and he's looking.
He just sounds like a drunk. Even you see Max Kellerman just called Max
No,
Kellerman,
that's their
clean
fault.
cut
That's
professional
fault. That's
guy,
their fault.
and this guy's just out here dropping F-bombs. You heard it right there.
That's their fault, bro. It's their fault because
Yeah, it's their fault they brought a drunk on the show.
no, it's their fault because while Chris Arreola has like a reputation for being this type of fighter, like saying whatever's on his mind. Like after the bro, you know what's really crazy now? Oh, Marky Dad. Oh, this is golden, bro. Let me see if I can find this interview. Because I'm telling you about it won't take you to me watching it in real time. This is hilarious. So Chris Arreola was expected to get blown out, right?
Yeah.
By by Andy Ruiz, right? This is what he said.
Yeah.
This is what he said. Oh snap! This is what he said in his post fight. They talking about professionalism. Watch this, bro.
Oh yeah, I remember. He sounded like a drunk trucker. I remember.
I've been following Chris Arreola for a while, and he's always been like pretty what do you call it, mouthy, like say whatever's on his mind. Watch this.
I respect the judges, but today I always said that beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It's like a butterface. Everything's pretty but their face. Honestly, man, can you win? Fine. But don't tell me. Fuck that. I want to be y'all can suck my motherfucking dick.
I remember this.
SMD, bro. That's what he said after the fight, bro. They brought that guy
Chris
on.
Arreola is a fucking G. He's a fucking G.
They brought that guy onto a family show and thought he was gonna be PG. That guy.
It's the fact the interviewer didn't pull him out. He should have known that shit was coming the way his tone was going. And where this man comes from. I could see that shit was coming from a mile away, bro. Did he have another fight with PBC after that?
No, I think that was his last time we seen him out.
Man, The beauty in the eye of the beholder. But they,
I don't.
what do you say? They got a butterface.
Yeah.
PBC and all the judges, y'all can suck my motherfucking dick.
Whoa, whoa,
Man,
whoa!
salute.
Come on, brother. Come on, man. Too
I
many
mean, you
cuss
just
words to make
said
the monetize.
you
No,
literally
hold
just
on, hold on,
played
hold on,
Chris
hold on, hold on,
Ariel.
Marky. Hold on, Marky. Too many cuss words in a short amount of time will make the monetization go
Oh, okay. I apologize.
yellow. But when I noticed they let me get away with it when it's spaced out. So like you space it out like 7 hour live and you got a couple, they'll let it slide. But you keep doing it back to back. But no, I ain't this is a family show, Marky. Then it's a family show, brother. It's a family show that you do that.
You playing a guy like Chris Arreola on a family show. You get what you deserve. But go ahead.
I agree, bro. I think that's why they can't pretend to be outraged. Max is trying to clean it up, I guess, for not the promotion, the
For the
execs. Like,
advertisers.
yeah, the advertisers and the execs. Like he didn't even know he did it. It's just part of his language. But I caught that what Max was trying to do.
They're
Shout
gonna
out to
get
Max.
Chris Arreola the hell up out of there. He gonna tell one of them execs to go do what to go do what.
What's interesting? I remember when I was I can't remember. I think I was younger, and they were Mike Tyson was about to fight Larry Holmes, and I remember they made a big deal about Larry Holmes telling HBO to kiss where the sun don't shine, and since we on HBO, that's my blick back behind. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then this dude is up there saying SMD, bro. You remember when they snapped that? Oh, bro, you remember? Oh, I'm glad you mentioned this, bro. You remember when AB was doing the post fight?
Yeah.
You remember they snatched the mic from him?
Wait, for which fight? For Manny?
What is that girl's name? What's that girl? What is that guy's name, bro? Oh,
For
man.
Paulie?
Oh, Jim
Oh yeah,
Gray.
Jim Gray. We're gonna conduct this professionally, or we're not gonna do this at all.
No, we're not gonna do this at all. That's crazy, bro. That was from Manny Pacquiao, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the Manny Pacquiao fight.
Okay, let's go.
But you gotta
No,
remember, Jim Gray is like historically, like across all sports, considered to be a bitch. Like he's just universally hated. Like I remember when Bernard Hopkins tuned him up, and then they brought Pete Rose back after he'd been pretty much exiled from baseball for the whole betting scandal, and he gonna add and this bitch ass nigga. After we ain't had Pete Rose back, Pete Rose comes to the All-Star game for the first time in 10 fucking years, and he gonna ask Pete Rose, Pete, why did you bet on, or why did you steal points? I mean, Jim Gray is just you talk
Yo, I didn't
about
know they had
Hall of Fame
Mayweather.
asshole.
I didn't know they had Mayweather in this.
Things during the fight. Will you fight him next? Do you want that fight?
Yeah, I remember that. They have Floyd in the front seat.
Tell him to come back to the ring, and then we will fight. I'm willing to fight.
$100 million.
That's what they were trying to get the Mayweather rematch.
Yeah.
Tell him to come back to the ring. Let's go.
What Amy said.
Let's go to AB.
They try to set it up for Manny and Floyd.
Adrien.
That's a Hall
Adrien
of Fame
Broner.
asshole.
Adrien Broner, you're 0-5 in your last 5 performances inside the ring. Where are you gonna go from here? That ain't gonna lie, that was some real Larry Merchant stuff right there, bro. HBO need to fire you. You don't know nothing about boxing.
If I was 50 years younger, I would kick your ass. If Larry Merchant was 50 years younger, he'd be 50, firstly. And no, he wouldn't. Floyd Mayweather at any Floyd
90.
Mayweather.
If Larry Merchant was 50 years younger, he'd be 90, bro.
Damn.
Him and Bob Aaron were classmates, bro. They signed Jesus's yearbook, bro. Like, they're old, bro.
Man. But, yeah, not only that, Floyd, as a young child, would put his foot all the way up Larry Merchant's ass. I mean, this little nigga from the time he was...
I told you, bro. Golly.
Come
on, bro. Space your cuss words down. Damn, bro.
Donkey, that's not a bad word. Come on.
No, you said ASS, and then you said nigga. There's too many. You gotta pick and choose one cuss word per hour, Marky Dan.
Aye. Okay, my ninja.
There you go.
Firstly, I'll start using that. So, what was I just talking about?
You said
Ninja.
Larry Merchant would get beat up by Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Floyd Mayweather, as a small child, would fit his entire foot into Larry Merchant's ass. I said one word. Now, go on, continue with this interview with these unqualified journalists and question givers and drunks. Go ahead. And a Max Kellerman, who is very qualified.
Looking around like, what I say? It's just the way you talk. David, what were your thoughts on Terence Crawford's performance against Canelo? A guy, look, Canelo never ducked anyone in his career until you got to super middleweight. And he clearly has not fought you, even though you were the number one guy. But otherwise, he's been a guy who's willing to fight everyone. And I have thoughts about that I want to ask you about in a minute. But first, I'd like to get your thoughts on Crawford's performance against Canelo, because he beat you to it. What do you think about how Crawford did?
First of all, I just want to give Terence Crawford a great congratulations. You know,
I'm not gonna lie to you, Marky. If he do all the heavy lifting after this and get all the belts at 75, and Bud got to do one fight to get undisputed again, he already beat up the brother. They're gonna find a reason for him to fight. They're already calling for Terence Bud Crawford to fight the guy who Canelo ducked for all them years, bro. So it's gonna be enticing. That's why I say he should lead the sport, bro. Leave with your legacy intact, your faculties intact, everything is intact, you know. Don't go out there and take on the challenge because the people who don't like you, no matter what you do, think you should do it.
No, absolutely. I don't think he should. Benavidez would beat Crawford to death. I don't want that for Crawford. You've already proven it to these niggas. If these coons and Sambos don't want to give you the props, I mean, it is what it is, my nigga. You paid. You've been paid.
Yo, to the
bud.
people watching, please double tap the screen if you forgot. This is crazy, man. Double tap that screen for you.
I mean, he's paid, Boxer Scholar. I mean, the man's made over 70 million, or what? Probably 100 million in the past 5 years. He's paid. He'll be all right. But I wouldn't mind. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't mind it if he moved down, because we were talking about it the other day. I wouldn't mind if he moved down for 160 and went for undisputed.
Wow.
Just because it's exciting. He don't have to do it. I'm not demanding that of it. But if you're gonna ask me which would I prefer, I don't think he got a chance at 175. You know what I'm saying?
You there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
I don't know why my StreamYard won't play in the background no more. That's crazy, bro. Like if I pull up with something like an article or anything, it would normally be in the background. Now it's freezing. I don't know. It's crazy work. But check this out. Check this out, Marky Dan. A guy just commented and said, not Joe, Rudy, that said, Angie, you're beautiful. And Rob G said, you out of order. You out of order, Marky Dan. You out of order. And somebody said, you guys, so regardless of what you've been saying, regardless of what I've been saying, we in the boat. We in the same group. You know, we ain't part of the fan club. But he said, you have no confidence in Crawford. It's pitiful. Marky Dan said he wanted to see him go do it at 60. So I don't know what you're talking about. He said, you probably ain't had no confidence when he fought Canelo. So this is what I want.
Here go one of these niggas. Oh, I knew the whole time. Oh, how could you not? Shut the fuck up, nigga.
The Bud fan club, bro.
Well,
you ain't buddy.
What kind of man's name is Booney Hitler? Who the fuck would what are you talking about? You lucky I don't cover the chat and pack you, nigga. I got a rich. Fucking playing with me. Go ahead, Boxer Scholar.
Oh, that's crazy. But no, Booty.
I don't even think English is his first language. Just the way how he typed that shit out. You probably didn't have no confidence when he fought Canelo. Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, they be looking for a reason to show off their membership. They the gold member. You know what I mean? They pay for the platinum status of the Bud fan club. They be looking for
Man, they're a bunch
opportunities.
of meat boys.
That's the pickle club, bro. They part of the pickle membership.
Yeah,
But I
the
wanted to
pickle
say this.
puller club.
He said he in Detroit. Marky dead. That's a YN challenge to another YN. I know, because wouldn't no old dude put Booney Hitler. You know, but check this out. Check this out, Marky Dan. This is the craziest part about it. Fans will always want more. When Muhammad Ali had beat George Foreman, that was the perfect ending. He went on to box years after that fight, to the point where he was beat by a guy who wouldn't even been able to breathe the same air as him 5 years prior to that. And it's like they're gonna always find
The boxing scholar. The boxing scholar. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, boxing
yeah,
scholar?
bro. Yeah.
Okay, go
They're gonna
ahead, nigga.
always find reasons for you to continue in the sport. That's what I was trying to explain a while ago. So if Bud goes down to 60 and gets undisputed, they're gonna want him to jump up and wait and fight Benavidez. If he has all the belts, they're gonna say, just one fight. You could do it, Bud. And then if he does that, they're gonna have something else for him to do. Fans are gonna always find something else for you to do because they think that
Absolutely.
they're not taking any of the punches. They don't know that Bud's hips were sore after the Canelo fight. I know
Man,
that. I know that because I seen where Canelo was hitting him.
boxing scholar, respectfully, boxing is not like any other sport. These other sports, like motor racing or football or basketball or tennis or golf, literally, or horse racing
Well,
or
why you keep
literally
emphasizing? Why you
monster
keep
truck driving.
hold on?
Every other
Why you keep
sport in
emphasizing? You sound like
existence.
Andy Ruiz and
Every
boxing and
my
supervising,
point is
rock throwing.
boxing is the only motherfucking the canoe rowing, the coordinated canoe rowing, skateboarding, dancing, gymnastics, all of that shit, the track and field, all of that shit takes place within a season where we as the fans, we get a schedule. So we know when the competitive big time matchups are coming up. We don't get that with boxing. So all we can do is ask what's happening next. Yeah, that shit was cool, but what happens next? And the fact is we
And
not gonna know.
and you know what? That's the entitlement of boxing fans too, as well, because they wouldn't they wouldn't immediately demand Tom Brady to get back in a championship playoff game after he's won the Super Bowl. They feel like 16 games plus the playoffs is enough. They were mad when they added them 2 extra games, you know what I mean, to the schedule, players and fans, right? But
my point is the Patriots
boxing's all year
couldn't
long.
duck.
Now I get your point. I'm saying that's why boxing fans are spoiled because they get boxing all year long.
But we don't get Bud Crawford all year long. We don't get Bud Crawford for from September to February.
But you shouldn't. They don't demand that out of any other athletes. You just made that point. They don't demand that after the Ravens if they win the Super Bowl or anybody else. They wait
No,
the
but
next
they
year.
demand that the Ravens play a season from September. If they're fortunate enough to go to the Super Bowl, they will have played from September to February.
Yeah, a team sport where if they injured, they don't go in. They can sit games out and stuff like that. But once the championship game is over, it's over. Bud's championship game is over. Let them
I don't
rest.
disagree, and that's the point I'm making. There's no sport like boxing, so fans are caught in this space where we have no choice but to talk about fantasy fights. That's the space that we in, because most of the shit is hypothetical and imaginary until we hear actual reports about niggas getting together and talking. So, I mean, yeah.
Rob G said you sound like a Simpsons character. Oh my God, that's true. He do sound.
Texas G is a Cowboys fan, so I don't respect nothing he got to say. Respectfully, I love you to death, Texas G. You're a good guy, but the Cowboys telling me anything about any facet of my life, I mean, nah, brother, that can't happen.
so many fighters get to even accomplish in boxing. You know, he's one of the greatest of all time. There's nothing, you can't take that away from him. Terence Crawford should be on the Mount Rushmore in boxing, because not only did he go up 3 weight classes, he beat one of the best fighters of this generation. I don't remember any time in history where anybody has come up from 147 pounds and won the super middleweight championship. Not only just won, but the undisputed. He's won every single title. So, you know, man, that man, not only is he a great fighter, but you could tell in that fight by seeing this combination right now how much of a dog he is. You know what I mean? I think a lot of fighters could take a lot of notes from Terence Crawford, not only physically, but as take notes in the heart aspect. And I give it all up to Terence Crawford. You know, he's one of the greatest of all time. And, you know, we salute Terence Crawford.
Talking to maybe the most avoided fighter in boxing, the monster, that David Benavidez. I want to ask you about Canelo, because this is my feeling has always been about him. He doesn't duck and he will fight you eventually. But I always thought, even though you're Mexican,
Like you did, what you doing? Making your way downtown, facing passing your home now? Why your
What?
Huh?
What happened?
It sound windy over there. What you got your face out the window like the dogs, like in the field of air?
Oh, no, I'm just sitting in front of a fan, nigga. I'll go on mute. I apologize.
This man crazy, sitting in front of a fan, yelling and talk about drunks. You can't make this up. Shout out to Marky Dan. That's what YNs do with their free time. I try to tell you.
Boxers got
American. I always thought that.
What'd you say? I wanted to hear from the drunks. What'd you say?
I say you a drunk yourself, so you would know. Go ahead.
Angie said you're riding the horse, Marky Dan.
Angie, baby, respect. I love you to death, but go fix me some platanos and a chopped cheese. I ain't trying to hear from you right now.
What kind of combination is that? What food is that, bro?
That's what Dominicans. That's Dominican cuisine.
Oh, I
That's
don't
what
know
they
nothing
eat
about
up there in the Bronx. They eat
Brother, I ain't know.
chopped cheese with platanos, and sometimes you might get some. You might have a nice young lady like Angie, baby, who learned from her grandmother how to cook mofongo. But I have a feeling that it's probably been lost to her. It's been lost to the Angie baby.
Racist.
I don't see how that's racist.
He doesn't.
Come on, Marky Dan. Let's listen to the drunks now, brother. Let's
All
stop
right,
this
go ahead.
racism. You gotta stop this. My channel's supposed to be a bridge, brother. It's supposed to bring people together. You over there separating them by traditional dishes, and you know black people don't have traditional dishes. So you racist, sexist, and Marxist, and
How do black people
all
not
the
have
ifs.
traditional dishes?
You all the ifs because they gave us they gave it the stuff they
What are you talking
disregarded, brother.
about? We have oil dung. We have provisions. We have
Brother,
you kidding me? We
chitlins.
have breadfruit.
Y'all got chitlins.
You niggas up there in the States might have no fucking
Hold on.
traditional
See now you finna
foundational
start a
food.
war. See now you finna start an East Coast, West Coast, Southern
Nah,
war.
that's not. It's
See,
just a fact. You
why
said
you bring
black
that to
people
my?
don't got
Why
their
you
own
bring that?
dishes. That's
Why you
not
bring
true.
that? Why you bring that to my channel, brother? Why you do that? Huh? Why you got to be that guy? Huh? Why you got to be that guy,
We
Mark?
got raw tea. We got curry down in Trinidad and Guyana. Nah, I'm gonna be that guy. You cooning.
Right.
You cooning, Boxer Scholar. You're
Me?
cooning.
Me? I'm the one cooning.
Yeah, black people don't got their own dishes. That's bullshit.
What? Well,
And
listen,
you know
brother.
that's true.
Listen, brother. This is not a conversation that we supposed to be
Just
having
like
right now.
earlier, we were talking about the beautiful Alicia Baumgardner.
Now he
Oh
done went
my
back to
God,
colorism.
she
Now
is
he trying
so
to divide black people through colorism. You can't make this up.
terrible.
Go ahead, divide us with colorism, brother.
I'm not
Tell us how
dividing
good her
nobody.
skin
I
is.
said a beautiful. In my opinion, she's chocolate. In your opinion, she's light skinned. But I was talking about a beautiful young lady. And you tried to come in and divide. Oh, no, Clarissa Shields look way better. She look way better. What are you talking about? You niggas are crazy. All because we talking about a beautiful young lady. You the
So-
divider, Boxing Scholar.
Bro, I
You the
like her.
divider.
Bro, you done been around BVO too damn long, bro. When I tell you the tactic that you try to use, the reverse VVO reverse everything. BVO would tell us how racist we is, and then we'll after that statement we'll say, well, we gotta clean up boxing because all these black people out here, displaying us wrong. He be talking about mass genocide right after telling us that that we the racist one. So you done learn some tricks from him, bro. I'm gonna just say, your tricks don't work on me. We are not amused. A bunch of different things, bro. But
But
yeah,
hold on, before you go, Angie baby calling me a Caribbean. I don't even know if I could say that word because it might take your channel to red. But a Caribbean coon. Marky Dan's new channel is Caribbean coon. That's what this Dominican young lady said. Even though I have fought and I have advocated for her Taino brethren on the island. Because you might not know this, Boxing Scholar. There was a thing called the Caribbean Holocaust, where they murdered all of Angie Baby's people because Angie Baby is a Native American. She's descended from the Taino Arawaks, and they murdered all her people. But hey, we can move on, Boxing Scholar. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Angie Baby. I love her to death. You're a good person, Angie Baby.
Yo, since Marky Dan is gonna get my channel canceled, and I
can't say
just got this.
Holocaust?
Didn't he say it again? And I just
can't
got
say
this
that?
money. Let me try to play some sponsors music, and hopefully we can get this thing back on track.
Ah.
Oh girl, I know your secret. You dipping on me. Got that McNuggets loving. You went to McDonald's? It just ain't fair. Why can't you share your love with me?
Nice song, but you're still not getting any of my crispy, juicy McNuggets.
Girl, you got a 10-piece, please don't be stingy. Woke up and found you creeping. Oh girl, I know.
Girl, you got a 10
so
piece,
broke,
please
he
don't be
can't eat a quart
stingy.
of 10-piece nuggets.
Yo, tell me that ain't some of the companies that when BBL say this is a family show, that's what I think about, bro. Girl, you got a 10-piece, please don't be stingy. Bro, that was the most coolest stuff I've ever seen in my life, bro. I felt like they were in a boardroom and they were like, how are we gonna get the black audience together? I got it. We'll combine R&B. You know how they scramble together and put their money together to buy McDonald's food. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have this brilliant idea where the girl is creeping on him, but at the same time, she bought a 10-piece, so now he has to make a song about it. They were like, "Oh, beautiful, go ahead," and that's how you got. Girl, you got a 10-piece, please don't be stingy. Oh my God, that is so crazy. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, I had to go looking for that one, Marky Dan.
No,
I had to pull that one out the blue for the cool.
I remember that commercial, but it's been a long ass time. I must have been under the age of 10 when that shit came out.
That would make you a YN, brother.
Yes, sir. But Technique in the chat, my brother from Ireland, he sees it with his own eyes. He
What'd he
says,
say?
Team Marky Dan, Scholar is a racist. I agree.
So Technique is a troll, and
No,
Technique
he's not. Nah, Technique a good dude.
no Technique is a troll. You don't even know who that is.
I know
Technique,
Technique. I've
no, you
spoken to
don't.
Technique multiple times. He's an
Technique has
Irish
never
guy.
pulled up on anybody's panel.
We've talked all the time at Mad Chads and the Phantoms.
I've
I
never
know
seen
Technique.
Technique ever pull up on anybody's panel, bro.
Man, leave Technique alone. Don't do nothing to
Technique is
He
a troll, bro. Man, pull up Technique. The link is on the panel. Technique is always
I
no.
ain't saying he don't
Hold
got
on.
troll tendencies, but he a decent guy, is what I'm saying.
Nah, he got whole tendencies, but that's another
But
story.
matter of fact, I can honestly say from when I first met Technique, he is absolutely matured. 1,000% from the troll that I first met.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So you vouching for Technique?
I mean, I ain't saying he don't got a screw loose, but he ain't a troll like how he was a troll when I first met him.
That dude is definitely, if anything, he done got worse. You know. But when Technique be talking to me in the chat, because Technique always he always come and agree with the person that's disagreeing with me. I must have said something that hurt his feelings. But when he be in the chat, bro, he always be saying stuff, bro. This is me.
Yeah. And when you are, for instance, when we were here before, you know what? I mean, all the things ever printed in the tabloid, the only thing's ever been true is when they said I couldn't dance.
It
When we were here the last time shooting the commercial, you were like in between shots, running off, conceiving the dance, choreographing the dance. You were up all night dancing.
And she did it.
That's Technique, bro. That's Technique trying to get my attention.
I just quickly comment on that video, and I don't promote violence against women. But if I was in that room while
Bro,
MJ was trying
stop,
to
stop,
jam,
stop, 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 bro. Stop,
and
bro. The moment Marky
this
Dan says something like, I
troglodyte,
don't provoke violence against women, but bro, let me cut you off, Marky Dan. I just got this money. You're not finna mess this up for me, bro. You got a 10
you don't
piece,
even know
please
what
don't
I'm
be
gonna
stingy.
say.
Nah, I know, bro, it's nothing good. Nothing good ever came from I don't provoke violence against women, but I'm pretty sure that's the last text message Chris Brown sent when he was texting whoever he was texting with Rihanna in the car, bro. Like, no, bro, stop it.
I
Cut
mean,
it out.
listen. Let me just say, rest in peace to Michael Jackson. But if I had been in that room by Scholar, man, I'm just saying MJ would have been able to go on unimpeded. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead.
This guy's sick, man. He out there promoting violence against career women.
That's Michael. Listen here,
You know who you remind me of? You know
That's
who you
not a
remind me?
fucking
You
bum
know
on
what
the
vibes
street.
that you giving me? You know
Just
what
doing
vibes you
scribble
giving me?
scribble, slapping his hands together, snapping his fingers for some fucking change in a jar. That's Michael fucking. Or excuse me. I apologize for
So he
cursing.
can't help himself. He can't help
Michael
himself.
Jackson. What's wrong with you? This man's trying to rock out. He's trying to jam, and she's in the middle messing him up. Being an Oprah.
Doing her
Get
job.
out of here.
You know you starting to sound like Michael Jackson. This how you sound to me.
You think America's ready for a woman president, Uncle Ruckus?
No, sir, I do not.
And why not?
Women don't have the mental facilities that a white man has.
Lord have mercy.
White men can think about so many things at a time. White man can run a computer, and while he's writing with his left hand with an ink pen, and he's Googling something on the computers with his right hand, and then he's using his other hand to pay people who working for him. White man has a more developed brain. I don't know if you know anything about bumblebees, but bumblebees got complex eyes. They can see in all kinds of different ways at once. White man's got complex brains. They can see things you couldn't possibly see with your little Negro brain. Things that you don't know is coming at you. The white man can already see it. The white man is omnipotent. The white woman is not. The colored woman is not. But here's the hierarchy for president. You got to be a good white man. Then, second, if ain't got no good white man, then a good white woman can take place with the guidance of a good white man. Third, nobody else. Barack Obama proved that a colored man cannot run the country.
That is not true. Barack Obama was one of the greatest presidents.
Oh, yo, Marky Dan. The guy whose name we can't mention over here didn't say those exact words, but it was damn near close to it, Marky Dan. Damn near close to it. But now you starting to sound like Ruckus,
What are
Marky
you
Dan.
talking about? What's the guy we can't mention?
Come on now.
Describe him to me. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Abraham Lincoln.
Okay. That guy. Okay, the Utah, the guy who passed away in Utah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
What's up, Most
The
Hated?
guy,
Yeah.
the
Bro,
guy.
okay, we get it, bro. Yes, that guy.
Yeah,
But bro,
that guy.
he said something pretty close to that, Marky Dan. Not exactly that, but pretty close to that. You starting to sound like him too, brother. You starting to sound a little ruckus.
How so?
You just do talking about what you do to women. You know what's crazy? Anytime a Tank fan,
I
hold
called it out
on,
in a
Parker,
very
hold
specific
on.
instance. Go
Hold
ahead.
on, Marky Dan. Check that out. Anytime a Tank fan tries to argue with you about Tank, if you call him the the P word or the B word,
Grease
just show him this.
boys.
Just
I
show him
call them
this.
the Grease boys.
Show him this right here.
What emojis do you use most?
Yeah. And I'm gonna show y'all what I use a lot. This emoji. It's like a stamp, like told you, or it could mean mean shut up, like all that, it mean everything. I feel as though,
bruh.
Tank is the nigga who made a post on social media in the public eye where he said these women be sleeping with they men and don't know they man gay, and then had that exact emoji. So I'm not I've seen the nigga out there walking with purses, high
Oh
heels.
my
I
god, bro,
remember
that's
he showed
crazy.
up to the Rolly press conference in some pink fur, like he was the Pink Panther or some type of shit. I'm not surprised by nothing this guy does. I think that it would not surprise me at all. Did you see the accusations that's coming out about Stephon Diggs?
Yeah, I see that, bro. That's
Yeah, it would not surprise me at all if maybe one day AB was drunk and he spilled the beans on a story like that, or the Tank guy. I ain't gonna even put that on Tank, but I'm gonna just say he a fruity guy. He's a very fruity guy.
so. Let me finish this. We could do a non-boxing today, Friday, bro. We could do a non-boxing right after this, bro. Because I've been promising a non-boxing for a while. We could talk about the very thing that you want. I got a bunch of topics in this folder right here I want to talk about, non-related, political, and just pop culture in
All
general.
right, let me know when we're doing the pop culture and political, and I'll
We finna
start
do it
my
right after we finish
simulcast.
it. As soon as you let these drunks talk.
I mean,
So let's
let
get
him
through
talk.
let's get through with
That's
the
what
drunks
drunks
then.
do.
Don't want to give up that crown until he's ready to go, and then he'll see what you got. So I've always believed he will fight you eventually, but not until he's ready to kind of pass the torch if you can beat him. Is that your feeling? Do you feel? I just want to know how you feel about how Canelo has handled your presence, which used to be right in his division.
So the way I've seen him handle my presence is he's definitely scared of me. You know, if you have a fighter talking so much trash in front of you, why don't you make an example of him to the world? Beat me in the ring and make a whole lot of money. But Canelo Alvarez, as you can see from every time he fights a guy that's big with power, like Bivol, you know what I mean? And he's not able to suppress these fighters as much as he's able to suppress the little fighters. You know what I mean? So he sees a lot of things in me that he can't stop. You know, not only does he see speed, does he see power, but he sees a lot of heart in me. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
How Canelo see heart in you and you ain't never had to use it in the ring?
I mean, he did get
I'm going.
dropped before Boxer Scholar. That's not true.
Bro, that's not heart. That's embarrassment. They call those flash knockdowns.
I
It
mean,
wasn't like,
he had to stand
man,
up.
if you don't stop, bro.
He had
That
to
if you
stand up.
when Andre Ward got knocked down by Boone, now that was hard because he didn't even know where he was. He just got clipped with a shot, bro, and
It
knocked
was a
down a flash
toe-to-toe
knockdown.
war, and he got put on his ass, Boxer Scholar.
Bro, it was a flash knockdown, bro. It
In a
wasn't nothing
toe-to-toe
where,
war, we agree?
bro, it wasn't nothing that he was
In
like,
a toe-to-toe
yeah,
war.
Marky Dan, you young, you used to watch the Martin show?
Yes.
You remember when Martin was in court and he was like, "She be coming around the mountain when you come. She be coming around the mountain when you come." He ain't never had one of them moments, bro. He ain't never had one of them moments where he got hit with a big shot. I'm like, "She be coming around the mountain when you come." Bro, he had his faculties about himself, bro. He ain't never had to dig deep in no fights, including the one with Morrell. He beat the hell out of Morrell. So no, I disagree.
Salute to Max Kellerman and David Benavidez.
Going in there and I want to prove myself to the world that I'm the greatest fighter. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't scare me to get in there with another great fighter because I know that elevates me and who I am as a competitor. So that's I know for a fact that he sees in me. At the end of the day, he should have took the fight with me way back then because if he had a chance to beat me, it would have been back then. He has no chance of beating me now, especially now I'm getting all this confidence. You know,
Hey, I said that. Shout out to Scholar for recognizing that. I said Benavidez, and everybody, people be thinking I'd be crazy in my assessments, and then they hear fighters say the same thing later in the interviews or post-fight. I said Benavidez is a guy that wasn't expected to be where he is. He was a fat kid. He's always talking about him being a fat kid. That fat kid still lives into him. The insecurities from that fat kid too as well. He never dealt with them, you know. And he's talking about it, how he's gaining confidence. If he was the Mexican monster when Mike Tyson gave him that title, he wouldn't have said Canelo had his best chance to beat me then. He's telling you now that Canelo had his best chance to beat him then. If Canelo was going to beat him, theoretically, he should have waited till he moved up in weight, fought Caleb Plant, and then fought him in the next fight, the fight that he fought Morrell. And then hit him really hard to the shoulders, hit him really hard and let him think, oh, you read about me? You think that's bad? Wait till you feel these punches. That's what he should have did, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I think Pete Canelo would have beat Benavidez at that time. I honestly think he would have. I really don't know.
When is Pete Canelo? Clenbuterol?
Yeah, you could say Kumbiro, but I look at Pete Canelo as when he moved up and he just, I mean, he beat the hell out of Callum Smith. You know what I'm saying? Callum Smith, like, say whatever you want about it. He's a pretty good fighter. Like, you don't just beat the hell out of a guy like that, especially somebody who, what, he was like, Callum Smith was like 6 foot, is what, 6'2", 6'3"? Canelo was like 5'9". I thought the fact Callum Smith was just like was ready to move up immediately after that fight. I mean, I think he would have beat Benavidez at that time.
Right.
Come stepping into my prime, you know, I'm able to deal with these bigger shows better. You know what I mean? I'm able to thrive in these shows. I'm able to, every time I fight, I'm always winning by a significant amount. You know what I mean? So I'm learning my craft better and better each and every single fight. I'm gaining more confidence every single fight. And like I said, I really want to go in there and hurt people. I'm not a boxer. I'm a warrior, and I go in there, I tear everybody up.
I agree, by the way, with that analysis. I think Canelo's best chance to get you was when you were on your way up. And to be honest, David, I didn't think you took it as seriously then as you do now. The way Floyd caught Canelo on Canelo's way up, now it's more of a problem. One of the things, guys, real quick, no one's ever beaten Canelo with Benavidez type style. The guys who beat Canelo move, right? Who has ever brought it to Canelo?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I made this point too as well. I thought, and believe it or not, it is gonna sound a little crazy, especially now that people know how the stuff played out. I've always said that Canelo would be a good stylistic matchup for Benavidez, not Benavidez, Beterbiev. And everybody like, what? That guy's a monster. He's this. Canelo would do to Beterbiev what Bud did to him. Same thing he did to Triple G. Just would keep him moving. Not that Canelo has these all-star feet, you know, these elite feet, but the guys the punchers normally don't have that. And that's all Bud did to him. Took advantage of his slow feet. Kept him moving, kept him turning. I think he would do the same thing to Beterbiev. You know, and I said that was a good stylistic matchup. And I also said Benavidez, because Benavidez likes to plant his feet and throw a bunch of punches. And I think Canelo the counterpunch windows is obviously there because he's been dropped before by leaving those counterpunch opportunities open because he throws punches from down at his waist, uppercuts and hooks. Those are wide. So the counterpunch windows is really, really open, and they're open for a long time. So I don't know that stylistically that was a bad matchup for Canelo. I don't know why Canelo was so scared of Benavidez. If Canelo would have fought Benavidez, I think people would have gave him less of slack for losing against Bud. In the poll I asked, is Canelo finished?
My bad, I was talking on mute. I agree completely. I mean, if the Mexicans haven't had to carry Canelo's water for such a long time, it'd pretty much be like, they've pretty much been like the MAGA crowd of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was joking, calling you the MAGA supporters or the Republicans of boxing. They are the MAGA fans. Like they just either continually deny reality that this man is a consistent duck, or they just don't fucking care and they're proud of it. Or not they're proud of it. They're proud of the fact that he's making the most money and nobody could do anything about it for the longest time. And now they're just done with him. It's like, fuck this shit. This is crazy. I mean, we just look like idiots. And they are.
No, I think the MAGA comparison was pretty good because they doubled down on their love for Canelo and said it, you know, like I just did a poll and they
don't double down on principle. They don't double down on we want to see the best fights, which is what a fan is supposed to be, particularly a Mexican fan. They're just cool with whatever.
Picasso said Beterbiev will beat the hairs off Canelo. He didn't beat the hairs off of Bivol, and everybody thought he was going to do that. He has a problem with runners. Anybody with an elite defense could beat Beterbiev. That's what it's so funny to me, like people perspective. So y'all think Canelo was exposed by Bud, but y'all don't think Beterbiev got exposed by Bivol? He beat him twice.
Not really.
And was robbed the first time.
No, I thought Beterbiev won that first fight.
Man, he beat the hell out of Beterbiev, bro.
Either
He
which way,
outboxed.
that was a closer. He beat the hell out of Beterbiev. Are
Man, he
you
beat the
crazy?
hell out of him, bro.
Man, you
Why is
out of your
undefeated? Why
goddamn
is
mind.
undefeated record stop? I mean, excuse me. Why his knockout record stopped then?
Because it was a good fight. He beat
No,
the
it's
hell out
because
of him.
Bivol was doing all the same. Listen, if you how you score Bud versus Canelo.
I gave Canelo 1 round.
So if you got that fight that wide, there's no way you got Beterbiev versus Bivol fight close.
Absolutely.
He threw less punches than Canelo.
Man, he threw more punches than Bivol in that first fight. I know that for a
Bro,
fact.
no. We're not talking about CompuBox. We talk about eyes, bro. That man didn't land a lot of shots in that fight, bro.
He did because I scored it for Beterbiev. I
Man,
scored it
bro, stop,
exactly
bro.
7-5.
Stop
And
it.
as a matter of fact, I gave Bivol the first 3 rounds. Then I had Beterbiev winning rounds 3, 4, and 5, coming back. Or excuse me, no, I had him winning rounds 4, 5, and 6, coming back. Then Bivol won. It was a close fight all the way through. Then Bivol came back, one round 8 and 9. Then Beterbiev, I just had winning 10 through 12. I mean, come on, bro.
Man.
You just gotta stop being a sore loser, Boxer Scholar.
What are you, bro? What are you talking? See, this is the YN logic. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to give you perspective. If you said that Bud, only lost 1 round against Canelo, you had it that wide, and Bud boxed Canelo, would you argue with that? So you favor the boxer style. Bivol boxed better beef and had a bunch of success as well. How do you have that fight razor thin close? And you favor the boxing style, but when Canelo was getting out boxed, you had that fight where Canelo only won 1 round. Like, come on, Marky Dan, you gotta stop this.
Because Beterbiev, unlike Canelo, was actually able to corner Bivol at certain points and was putting good hands on Bivol. Canelo, I mean, did he land any
Was able to
combinations in that
corner
fight?
Bud.
Was he
Was able to,
landing? No, he
yes.
was. No, he did not.
Bro, he had Bud trapped on the. How did he headbutt him if he didn't have him trapped on the ropes?
Okay,
He had him trapped on the ropes several times.
So he would get one. Okay, so he would get 1 shot off. Was he getting combinations off Boxing Scholar?
Now it's combinations. Better Beef ain't land
I'm
1
asking.
combination.
We
Better
having a
Beef ain't
conversation
land
about
1
a fight.
combination. You see it, bro. You see how you move the goalposts. You YNs don't be standing on. Y'all stand on sand.
I'm
YNs
talking about
stand on
clean,
sand.
effective punching.
Nah, it's clean, effective. But they got to be effective. What you mean by effective? They got to go down.
It has to
Bro, you just
land
throwing
with
out
impact.
boxing terms. I just mean above the waist. I just mean the low blow. Like, bro, you just throwing out boxing terms, bro.
And secondly, I'm looking at this CompuBox.
There you go, CompuBox.
Yeah, for that first Bivol fight, I'm looking at it right now. So Beterbiev outlanded Bivol in 1, 2.
If you believe
3,
that, bro, if you listen, you ain't got to
4,
finish the stats. If you
5,
believe that Better Be outlanded Bivol, bro, I'm gonna have to take
I
historian
didn't
off your
say
name
he
and just call you
outlanded
Marky Dan.
Bivol. As a matter of fact, CompuBox agrees with you. Bivol landed 142.
They supposed to. I know more about the sport than him.
punches.
CompuBox is a dude pressing buttons in the room, bro.
Man, look here, Boxer Scholar. Look here, Boxer Scholar. You gotta have faith in something.
You sound like somebody trying to sell something.
Well, I mean, shoot, I'm just trying to sell the fact. But go ahead, play the video, nigga. Play it through. Are you watching this?
Because he's such a great counterpuncher also, and beating him that way.
David, I gotta ask you, bro, before you leave, because all the fans want to know this. Can you still make 168?
To be honest with you, man, let Terence Crawford live. That's his weight class.
Okay.
I lost interest in 168 a long time ago.
Is he ducking Terence Crawford?
That sounds like a duck to me. Or honestly, that sounds like a duck to me. Unless he can't make 168. You know what I'm saying? Sound like a duck. Act like a duck. Move like a duck.
It's funny because everybody who wants to see Terence Bud Crawford lose wants him to fight the guy that Canelo ducked for years, right? And then not only that, Marky Dan. Now the guy who they wanted to fight is saying, I don't really want to fight him. I can't let Terence Crawford have 68. That's crazy because when he never turned down the Canelo fight, as long as Canelo had all the belts at 68. Now all of a sudden that Turkey Al-Rashid, you can't say it's the money because Turkey Al-Rashid is the money man, right? Now that Turkey Al-Rashid is saying, can you still make 68? It's, hey, I don't want no parts of that. I want nothing to do about it. Hey, forget about it. Turn to a mobster, bro. It's like, bro, Terence Bud Crawford
Man, he ain't
might be,
trying to
bro.
shed that weight. He ain't trying
Bro,
to cut that weight no
hey,
more.
I don't think he's trying to get what his brother got. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think you want none of what his brother got. I'm gonna just be honest with you, bro.
Damn, I forgot that Jose got like you like to say, Box Scott,
It
he got stretched.
stretch, bro. Got in the later rounds, knocked out, bro. And I think he had a loss, but I don't think we ever seen him. Was he undefeated, bro? The crazy part about that fight is they was saying that his leg was hurt and all this stuff, bro. He was never the same after that Terence Bud Crawford beating, bro. So I think his brother knows what Terence Crawford possessed. He sees what all the other boxers see while they was picking Terence Crawford leading up to the fight, and he knows if he go to 68,
Is that Ben Israel?
where?
Benji, baby?
Nah, Ben don't be writing paragraphs.
That'd be funny as hell, but good, my bad.
You know, I mean, I know that we could get offered a lot of money to go down to 168, but I'm more comfortable at 175. I'm chasing Better Beef. I'm chasing Bivol. You know, I'm chasing these other big. I'm chasing Surdo Ramirez at cruiser.
It got to be said, bro. Bud is one of the most avoided fighters of all time.
Facts.
Low risk, high reward, bro. And he's well past his prime. He's closer to 40 than he is 35. And people still don't want to fight him, bro. Like, bro, you've always wanted
I think
undisputed.
Benavidez might be scared that if he go in there and beats Bud Crawford within an inch of his life, he
Man,
might
if you
get the
don't
Larry
stop,
Holmes effect.
let's stop it. Bro, you can't make this. You can't pee on everybody else and tell me it's just raining on them, bro. Raining yellow water, yellow liquid.
But you don't
Bro,
think that's a possibility?
no,
You
bro.
don't think Bud Crawford is
Listen to
a
me, listen to
beloved
me,
face of
listen to me,
boxing in the
listen to me.
United States?
No, they hate Bud. They're trying to get him beat now by making him fight the guy that Canelo didn't want to fight. Check this out, though. He stayed at 68 waiting for the Canelo sweepstakes all of his life. He's been champion and been stripped of the belts at 68. Why wouldn't he want to go back and fight one person and become undisputed at 68?
I mean, maybe he
Why
can't
wouldn't
make
he
the
want to do
weight no
that?
more.
Man, come on, bro. For one fight,
He's a
one fight
fast. You
against a
know that,
smaller
Box
guy.
Scholar. He's a fast.
Bro, one fight for all the belts. I guarantee you this. If Canelo had not fought Bud and he would have called him back to 68, he would have went back to fight Canelo. Why is Bud different? You can't argue. Listen, you can't argue about the belts. That's your belt that that Bud Crawford took off Canelo, that you were stripped from twice. That's your belt.
Yeah, for doing drugs and missing weight.
Doing
I don't
drugs and
disagree.
missing weight. That's your belt. And not only that, you can't argue the money. You can't price yourself out and say, well, it ain't really worth it because Terence Bud Crawford, he already, took a loss, or he ain't really a big money fight because he's undefeated and Turkey Al-Rashid is calling for the fight. So there go the money right there. He just don't want the fight, bro. He ducking, bro. Nobody want none of Terence, bro. Terence, the guy that's overlooked, bro. He the guy that come up and they like, hey man, I whoop all y'all except for that one right there. That's Terence Crawford. He that one right there, bro. They don't want no smoke with him, bro.
By the way, Gorilla Grip, Pussy Print, Miss Fannie Willis, prosecutor from down there in I believe Fulton County of Georgia. They've just subpoenaed some of her records recently. They're trying to go after her for I believe tax fraud. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, the guy I just seen this in the news. Trump got rid of the guy who didn't want to prosecute her because there was nothing there. So he brought it in.
We are in full blown authoritarianism. I want you to
Yeah.
realize that.
Yeah, of course.
We have a full blown authoritarian president.
Of course. He doesn't even hide it anymore. But we'll get to that in the next episode. Let's continue.
You know what I mean? So I've been at 168, but I have no interest in going down.
Dude's a maniac. Who's chasing? Who chases Better Beef and Bivol? Who chases Better Beef and Bivol? What's wrong with you?
And you're looking at you're
The maniac who chases Better Beef and Bivol. Better Beef is 40 years old. Bivol done been in wars with Better Beef. Bro, beat up Terence Crawford. He could drop down, get the belts at the weight class that he sacrificed the most at, which was 68, and campaign that. Get his belts back, make right wrong because they stripped him for drugs and missing weight. Get all those belts, then go up to 75. He'll be 2-time undisputed. Why don't he do that? Because he said in an interview before that the only reason that he went up out of the division is because Canelo was holding the division hostage by not fighting the best. He said this. He's on record saying this. So if Canelo was holding the belts hostage, that forced you to move up. Now you can go back down and get a belt, get a huge payday. Because, bro, what would you rather see, Marky Dan, as a fan? The Yard fight or the Crawford fight?
I mean, I'd rather see the Crawford fight. Wait,
you scared
actually,
me. Bro, if you say Yard, bro, I'm going to put you backstage for 5 minutes, bro.
I mean,
Yard
which one do you think
washed.
would be more entertaining?
Yards is washed. It's a sacrificial.
I mean, Derek Chisora is washed,
Do you
but
watch
he's always
Monster?
in exciting fights.
Yeah. No, he's awful. He's got awful at this point. Would you rather?
That's Cal. He was just in a toe-to-toe slugfest with Joe Joyce that he came out
That
on
was
top.
awful. It was you talk about drunks. Joe Joyce is a drunk, bro.
I mean, sometimes drunks can get together and make some pretty damn good fights.
Bro. This dude just beats. Okay, all right. Anyway, Anthony Yard is watched. I don't want to see a sacrificial lamb. If I want to watch murders, I turn it on CS Miami or Snapped or one of those shows. I don't want to see it, bro. A competitive fight, an interesting matchup. Bud just won all the belts at 68. Won't be hard for him to make that weight again. He'll weigh in at 167, and he has all the belts there, and Benavidez will be coming down. That'll make it interesting. So, him being the bigger guy, but he has to drain himself, will make the fight fair, in my opinion. So, I would rather see that fight than an Anthony Yard sacrificial fight. That's my opinion.
Okay, but how much more of this pickle pulling session do we have to watch? I don't know if the boxer scholar can hear me, but how much more of this pickle pulling do we have to watch?
It's only a little bit. It's probably like 3 minutes left, 4 minutes left.
We're looking at the one that's going to chase all of them. Like, these guys are monsters, but this is the monster.
Oh my
We're
God.
going to thrive in this environment.
Hey, look, David, and you mentioned cruiserweight. Obviously, we'd all love to see a fight between David Benavidez and Jai Opetaia. That would be incredible. Maybe I'm crazy, but I've long believed that you could be the first, heavyweight champion that won his first title at 68? Would he be the first? Because Roy Jones' first title was at 160. But his first, yeah.
Bro,
To be honest with you,
I
take it one step at a time.
I can't
right now,
watch other men just glaze
the
up
good thing
another
about
man.
me and David Benavidez' stock, we have a lot of great fights on the table. And you guys know I'm going to take every single one of them. I'm not going to run from anything because at the end of the day, this is my destiny. If it's my destiny to go through these hard fights and win these world titles, that's what I'm going to do. This is what boxing is about. I'm sick of seeing fighters getting the easiest fights just because they're getting the biggest paychecks. Like, it don't. At the end of the day, it's not even about money. It's about giving the fans of boxing the fights that they deserve. They're paying the money at the end of the day, so fuck, let's go to war. Let's do what these people want to see us do, and let's go to war and may the best man win.
Hey, David. Obviously, we just seen the Terence Crawford and Canelo. Is that still a fight that you would revisit and maybe go back to the table and try to get a fight with Canelo? Two Mexicans, right? Maybe he's passing the torch to you.
So, I feel like everything that's happening in my career, I'm in a great position in every single way. I wasn't going to go down to 168, but now if Canelo wants to come up, then I got the WBC world title 175. After I beat Bivol, I'm going to have all belts. So after that happens, now I'm the one who has the power. Now I'm the one. Canelo said he doesn't fight. He fights for greatness. He fights for titles. Well, let me go pick up all the titles and let's come back into the table and talk.
Hey, David, check this out. As I'm sure you're aware, you are the cover boy of Ring Magazine this month.
Look at him.
Unavoidable. And by the way, guys, David, I love the way you did this because, as I told you, when you first got on the scene and rose to the level where you became the mandatory, really, I was like, yeah, but who is he beating? How is he beating them? Is he taking this thing seriously? And since then, you have absolutely erased any doubt that you are that guy. You are the guy the fans want to see, and you have earned it by taking on all comers and beating them up. We look forward to much, much more of that.
And I just want to tell everybody, if you guys doubt me in anything outside of the boxing, never doubt my character, never doubt my competitiveness. You know, I have the spirit of a warrior, and I'm, you know, extremely excited to show you guys against all the best fighters in the world what I'm really made of, because this is what I'm here for. This is my destiny, and I'm not going to stop until that's done.
David Benavidez, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate
Benavidez. He made it sound like a disease. David Benavidez, like diabetes or some shit. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you guys that I think that David Benavidez is ducking Terence Bud Crawford. I think Terence Bud Crawford is the real boogeyman in boxing. I seen him taunting Devontae Tank Davis online because, you know, he don't forget what people say, you know, and it's like, you know, that's how boxing works, bro. When Devontae Tank Davis was on top, they was taunting Bud. So, you know, hold on, Marky, my phone is better die. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, bro.
I was on mute, Boxing Scholar, but that was a lot. That was a 10-minute glaze session of just 4 men. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Balance out the glazing with some sexiness. Salute to Alicia Baumgardner. Man, they look like chocolate to me. I don't know what Boxing Scholar is talking about, but hey, it's all in the eye of the beholder. Waiting for this nigga Boxer Scholar to come back so we can finally get into something other than boxing. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, if we're not looking at the beautiful Mr. Bomb, the Baumgardner, I don't really give a fuck about boxing too much, to be honest. There we go. Beautiful. 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 I don't pay for OnlyFans, but I might consider it. I might consider it. I might consider it. By the way, shout out to my show, Democracy 101. Please, if you are interested in college football, please subscribe to my channel, Democracy 101. Me and my co-host, B3 Picks TV. Shout out to him as well, my STN Sports Talk Network brother. We're going to be going live for College Football Zone. We're going to be talking all things College Football Zone. We're going to be covering all the big-time matchups. Tomorrow we got the Dogs versus the Crimson Tide, Bama versus Georgia, as well as we got Penn State versus Oregon. So two
Are you promoting football on my channel, bro? That cool sport.
I was promoting my own show.
Catcher Freeman. Just do your StreamYard link. Just drop your link, brother. Don't be over here promoting that cool sport that you celebrate.
I was trying to fill time since you weren't over here.
Oh, now you're making it seem like I'm professional. Now you're trying to make it. This is what they do. Y'all pay attention. This is what they do. They want this for all of us.
Imagine you got a poster guard. You got a gun in they give you a gun and a poster guard. Yeah, your men are counting on you to guard that goddamn poster. I'm just a regular old nigga. You know from some meetings we've talked before. We talk some boxing here and there, and you say, "Hey, hold my gun. I gotta go do something. I'll be right back." I mean, you're not professional. We can't. I mean, you can't be trusted with the business.
Now Marky Dan is telling me about professionalism as if I don't got sponsors.
Oh, girl, I know your secret. You dipping on me. Got that McNuggets loving. You went to McDonald's? It just ain't fair. Why can't you share your love with me?
Nice song, but you're still not getting any of my crispy, juicy McNuggets.
Girl, you got a 10-piece, please don't be stingy.
There go Ben Israel right there, Marky Dan.
Shalom.
Ben Israel's intro is shalom, and then he pull up with all the crazy stuff. He start with peace and then pull up with chaos. Shout out to Ben Israel.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, that's
Yes,
all I
sir.
got, Marky. Then we're gonna be back for the non-boxing. But yeah, that's all I
Yes,
got,
sir.
Marky.
Yes,
Then we're
sir.
gonna be back for the non-boxing so we can simulcast, bro. I send you the link.
When is this gonna be?
I'm gonna try to do an hour 30. I'm gonna play with my kid. He's been trying to get me to play the game with him the entire time. So I'm gonna spend some time with the family. You know, with the family that BVO say watching his show. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and do the family thing, brother.
I mean, you try to do this shit. I see you like to do 2 o'clock in the morning straight. I'm gonna be out cold, nigga. I'm just
Hey,
letting you
and
know
if you,
that right
I'll
now.
send it to you. If you wake up, jump on. Simple as that.
Alrighty, nigga.
I got your number. I text you. I text it to you. And if you sleep, wake up and join, or whenever you join.
Alrighty, nigga.
All right, bro.
Alright, peace.
Peace, everybody. Thank y'all for pulling up. I'm gonna let Ray J sing y'all souls and talk to y'all minds because YouTube is trying to blackball me again. We can't let them get us, brothers and sisters. We will not let them get us. But anyway, appreciate everybody for pulling up and everybody supporting. But anyway, it's the Box Scholar.
Superstar, wish to have a fancy car, wish to have $1 million bucks. Well, I wish I know being in love. So feel me, pretty baby. I make one wish and I wish it all on you.